Dokja's sizing up the ichthyosaur, a level 7 monster, thinking it'll be an easy hunt now that things have calmed down. But hold up, there are so many of them, like an endless sea of scaled fin nightmares. The ocean is absolutely swarming with these ichthyosaurs, and it's a total reversal of his expectations. Someone's already getting snatched up by one of these monsters, straight up pulled into the water. Or boy's getting dragged under too, no way. It happens so fast he barely has time to react. Meanwhile, the team back on land is surveying the damage, realizing everything's been destroyed, except for one spot. They're murmuring amongst themselves, wondering what that untouched area could mean, a real mystery brewing. The leader's giving off major something's off vibes, and honestly, we're right there with him. He's asking what they should do next, and the tension is building. This dude's clearly onto something big. Team's looking at that untouched area, and you can feel the dread radiating off the panel. Something's about to pop off. Someone thinks they spot wanderers, people lost to the apocalypse, and the team's leader is not happy about it. The team starts moving toward the wanderers, but the brown-haired woman is seriously stepping on it. She's in a hurry. The leader demands to know what's going on, and the woman straight up says the wanderers are starving. He's shocked she'd even think about sharing food, and honestly, we're kinda with him. Resources are scarce. The leader questions her motives, but she's got this intense look in her eyes like she's considering something drastic. An older wanderer warns them that people are the most dangerous thing in an apocalypse, a grim truth. The woman's thinking out loud, and it's chilling. She admits she could kill them all if she wanted to. She finishes her thought. She could kill them all, and the implication is terrifying. She's seriously unstable. The leader looks legitimately concerned, and bro, he should be. This situation is spiraling fast. But the woman's just staring off into space, lost in her own thoughts, and it's a seriously unsettling vibe. The leader's about to hand out food, but our boy Shin is all, "I could save everyone," which is intense. He starts giving food to the wanderers, and they're understandably grateful, but the woman's just watching, kinda creepy. Shin offers his food too, and the black-haired woman is straight up losing it, like what is going on with her. She calls him two-faced, but he insists he does good deeds sometimes, and she just flinches. This is getting weird. He tries to explain it's all calculated, and we get these notification boxes popping up. Apparently, we're learning more about these characters. The woman thinks people like her only exist in fiction, and Shin's looking at her like she's a fascinating specimen. Another wanderer thanks them, but the brown-haired woman is just standing there, radiating a strange energy. The leader's getting increasingly suspicious of her motives, and honestly, he's right to be. Shin casually says it doesn't matter, and the woman's expression is unreadable. She's a total enigma. But then he says he'll share his food too, and the wanderer's just saying thank you over and over again. Shin's laying it all out. They're not in the tower anymore. They're somewhere totally new. The leader's freaking out, but Shin's just calm, like he expected this all along. The woman with black hair is still giving off weird vibes, and Shin's totally fixated on her. She scoffs, saying it's impossible to be here, but Shin's already piecing things together. He's figured out this place is linked to TWSA, the web novel he read, and she's shocked. She demands to know how he knows, and honestly, it's a good question. This dude remembers everything. Shin starts explaining he read it all, and the woman's face is unreadable. She's processing this. But then she says hold on, and her eyes widen. She realizes she's a character in the story too. She's a character who is supposed to die, and Shin's trying to figure out how to save her. This is getting intense. Shin knows the story, but can he actually change fate this time around? Shin's still reeling. She just thanked him, and he's questioning everything. No way she just came to say thanks. He stares, totally freaked out, and the woman with black hair is watching him with this intense look. Shin glances at the wanderer, who looks confused, but then quickly turns away, mumbling about wasting time. He tries to play it cool, saying they're wasting food, but honestly, it's a super awkward dismissal. They're walking towards a doorway, and it's dark inside, like really dark. The woman with black hair starts monologuing about someone returning soon, and it's creepy AF. She's straight up threatening someone, and it's clear this isn't a friendly visit. Shin and the wanderer are holding these glowing red things, and the woman's saying not everyone is bad. She clarifies almost all of them are bad, and it's a chilling reminder of the apocalypse. Our boy is remembering the novel and realizing this is all connected. He's trying to change the story. 2 hours pass and Shin is convinced they're waiting for something to happen. He's on edge, bro. 3 hours go by and the black-haired woman suddenly freaks out, yelling that this can't be. What's going on? She screams about someone arriving any minute, but the wanderer thinks she's overreacting and will scare them away. But then the woman with black hair starts laughing hysterically. It's super unsettling, and Shin is visibly disturbed. She points at the open chest, shouting about how she told them this would happen. It's a total reveal moment. The scene cuts to the night sky, and honestly, it feels ominous as hell. Something big is definitely coming. Shin demands to know what's happening, and the woman's response is just a creepy, drawn-out smile. She's straight up ecstatic, and Shin is completely horrified by her reaction. This is not good, guys. The woman proclaims, "See, what did I tell you?" And it's clear she's been planning this all along. The wanderer excuses himself, and Shin is left staring at the woman, utterly bewildered and probably terrified. The woman is clutching this green bag. It's a total mystery, but she's protecting it like crazy. She explains she's alone and it's dangerous out late, but Shin points out it's dangerous wherever she goes. She offers to let Shin and his friends stay with her, and honestly, it feels like a trap. Shin declines, bowing and saying he doesn't want to be a burden, but she doesn't seem to accept it. Suddenly, a constellation demonic judge of fire smiles benevolently, and Shin receives 2,000 coins. What? The woman is saying, well, these while still holding the green bag, and something is definitely up. She's staring intently at Shin, and her eyes are glowing red. This is getting seriously creepy. She repeats that it's dangerous for him to be alone, and it's clear she's not worried about his safety. She's saying it's just as dangerous wherever he goes, and this dude is starting to realize he's in trouble. But the woman is straight up ecstatic, and Shin is completely horrified. She's been planning this the whole time. No way, the woman attacks. She's swinging a blade at Shin, and it's happening so fast. But another figure dives in front of Shin, taking the hit instead. It's the wanderer. Talk about a save. The blade slices through the wall, shattering concrete everywhere, and honestly, this fight just escalated big time. Okay, so things are intense. Dokja's about to make a move, telling everyone to wait. He's got a knife drawn, and it's aimed right at someone's foot. No way is this gonna be clean. Suddenly, 2 women rush in, trying to stop him. They're yelling about what he's doing. But it's too late. Dokja swings, and the blade is dangerously close to someone's foot, cracking the floor. Another person appears, and they demand to know why Dokja had them stay the night. It's a setup, bro. Dokja's face is a mess. He thought he could pull it off without anyone noticing, but he's busted. One of the women screams stop as Dokja tries to advance. This dude is losing control fast. And then a woman with black hair shouts move. She's clearly taking charge of the situation. The black-haired woman is all business, demanding they get going. She's not messing around. Dokja's cornered, and this whole situation is spiraling out of control. Our boy is in deep trouble. Okay, so the woman with the knife is freaking out, begging Dokja to tell her what's going on. The black-haired woman is straight up threatening to kill them both if Dokja doesn't spill. She's terrifying. A man in a white coat looks totally unbothered, but his face is kinda creepy, right? He's smirking, and honestly, it's sending shivers down my spine. Another woman speaks up, revealing she is, and the tension is building, bro. Dokja's face is a mess. He's trying to keep it together, but he's clearly rattled. The group is all huddled together, and Dokja's getting cornered fast, no way out. Suddenly, the woman from before starts talking about the final catastrophe of the 5th scenario. We get a close-up of the woman with the knife, and she looks absolutely terrified. But it's all a setup, and it seems like Dokja is about to reveal something huge. That night, the girl doesn't die. Dokja actually saves her, which is a total shocker. The man in the white coat is losing it, demanding someone kill her right now, bro. It's intense. Dokja agrees with the woman and suddenly throws a can at her, creating a distraction. What a move. The woman with the knife uses the chaos to run, and Dokja is right behind her, trying to escape too. They're desperately trying to get away, but the black-haired woman is still on their tail. No breathing room. Dokja tells the woman to just do whatever she wants, and it's clear he's sacrificing himself for her. Then a crack appears and something's breaking apart, hinting at a massive change. The scene cuts to black, and honestly, this cliffhanger is killing me. We need answers. Someone asks if the girl is a catastrophe, and this dude with the pressure point skill says he put her to sleep. The woman in black disagrees, claiming it's not like the catastrophe of questions, it's different. She insists the girl doesn't look like a catastrophe, even after staring for ages, which is kinda sus. Everyone wonders how she'll become a catastrophe in just 5 days, seriously piling on the pressure. You get a look at her stats: beast tamer, introspective killer, but she's apparently lacking in power and favor. The man in white confirms she wasn't born from a meteorite, so all the weirdness isn't supernatural origin. He straight up says she's just a normal human from Earth and will still be human in 5 days. Then the big reveal: it's not the girl who becomes the catastrophe, it's something else entirely. The woman in black looks shocked. No way she expected this twist, and honestly, neither did I. But wait, it's not over. The man's hand is on her head, and it seems like he's got a plan. Okay, so the man in black drops a bomb. Even Yoongyuk can't stop what's coming. Yuseung is named, and it's clear someone's focusing on her, thinking she's the problem. He asks why she changed her mind, but she's confused. She hasn't changed anything at all. She clarifies she's not a regressor like him, meaning she hasn't looped back in time. This dude straight up says he is the catastrophe, the one she faced before. Claims he's the same disaster from her past life, and it's a seriously intense reveal. She demands to know why, asking if he said this was her third regression, but he's not having it. He insists he gave her a chance in her second life, but she failed again, apparently. But wait, she's still questioning it, and he's doubling down on his accusations. The tension is insane, and honestly, this whole conversation is giving me chills. Yuseung lays down the law: this world is ending, and nothing will change, period. He declares that's what made him decide, and honestly, the mood is heavy right now. But then a text message pops up on his phone. Someone's asking what he's up to, interrupting the doom. The message reveals the conversation he just had with the woman in black, confirming she thinks he's the problem. He's reading the message and the woman in black suddenly appears. Yikes, she startled him. He's still processing everything, claiming he's still thinking, but she's already getting impatient. However, the scene shifts to a window. Apparently, someone survived, and it's a huge deal. They didn't die, and it's the same thing as before. Whatever before is, it's repeating itself. Okay, so if Namwoon Kim didn't kill her and he isn't alive in this timeline, that means she's basically a baby that's gonna cause problems. He straight up tells her the best thing to do is kill her to prevent a future disaster. Harsh, bro, harsh. But hold up, a notification pops up, revealing a constellation is watching and wants him to make a wise decision. He's freaking out, realizing their conversation wasn't filtered, meaning someone knows they're talking about this. Dokja's teammate is not having it. She thinks this whole plan is wrong, and honestly, she's right to question it. Yuseung is busy carving something into a piece of flesh, and it's seriously unsettling, to say the least. She's been trying this for a while now, and he went to find her as soon as he could to talk her out of it. But it failed. She's still going through with whatever twisted plan she has brewing. He's like, it's good, isn't it? While she's mutilating things, and it's the most disturbing thing ever. There's nothing they can do right now, but this is escalating quickly, and I have a bad feeling about it. Dokja's telling her that nothing will affect their journey, but honestly, that feels like a huge lie right now. No way Seoul is gonna be wrecked if they mess up, and the stakes are officially insane. But wait, this is the same situation as before, and it's like the story is resetting itself somehow. Okay, so our boy Dujun is totally passed out, leaning against a building, snoring loudly, by the way. He wakes up disoriented, thinking he just dozed off, but then a notification pops up. It's from a constellation, demonic judge of fire, urging him to check on his incarnation, which is complicated. Dujun flinches at the message, clearly not thrilled, and then another constellation, prisoner of the golden headband, starts laughing. Apparently, a bunch of constellations are now watching him, and some think he's acting cocky, which, honestly, fair enough. He announces he's going to be someone's supporting constellation, basically a helper, but immediately regrets it. Dujun complains the constellations won't leave him alone since he made that announcement, and asks why everyone doesn't have one. But he quickly realizes he's talking out of turn, admitting he doesn't even have his own story yet to be a supporter. Dujun declares he'll be a supporting constellation anyway, and the constellations react, intrigued and amused. He's called it being a supporter, but no way can he actually be one since he doesn't have his own fable yet. Okay, so a mysterious constellation, secretive plotter, is definitely watching Doojun with a lot of interest. Everyone's saying this constellation is legendary, but nobody can find any info on him in the Tower of Trials. That's sus. Doojun wonders if this guy is from another world, and honestly, same question here. He's trying to figure out who this secretive plotter is, but gets interrupted by a whirring sound. Suddenly, someone's getting launched across the room straight into a wall, and Doojun's totally on alert. But it's not an attack, it's just a guy collapsing, and Doojun's immediately suspicious of the whole situation. He spots a little dog hiding nearby, and then notices some weird purple liquid spilled around a bunch of bottles. Doojun realizes someone was poisoned, and that secretive plotter is probably involved. This dude is a master manipulator. He's connecting the dots fast, figuring out the constellations are setting something up, and he's right in the middle of it. Doojun is straight up furious. He's being played like a pawn, and he's not having it. Yuseung Shen activates interspecies communication level 8. Wait, what? He's trying to talk to the beast. Someone's yelling at Yuseung, telling him to get some sleep or he'll be penalized. Harsh. Yuseung insists he needs to practice more, and the beast responds with a low growl. This is getting intense. The beast's fur is whipping around and it's clearly agitated, but Yuseung is still trying to connect. Yuseung activates taming level 7 and a blinding light erupts. Okay, this is a risky move. The light intensifies, enveloping both Yuseung and the beast in a fiery glow. It's like a full-on transformation. The beast lets out a ferocious hiss and its eyes are glowing. This thing is seriously dangerous. Yuseung and the other guy are caught in the blast, but Yuseung seems to be channeling the energy. However, it looks like Yuseung is succeeding. The beast is reacting to his taming attempt. But bro, that beast is still looking wild. This is either going to be epic or a total disaster. No way, the beast straight up attacks. It lunges with a knife and Yuseung barely dodges. The beast yelps as it gets hit, but it's still a serious threat, blood flying everywhere. Yuseung falls to the ground, looking up at the wounded beast. Ugh, so loud he groans. The other guy is just standing there completely stunned. What is even happening right now? Yuseung is getting a character profile update. It says she has innate talent in interspecies communication. Apparently, her skills are about to evolve to advanced interspecies communications, which is intense. The other dude is ordering the system to advance her skill level and activate her character profile summary. Yuseung's stats are showing stamina, strength, dexterity, mana. She's got growth packages active too. The other guy explains that her interspecies communication skill will reach level 10 and evolve. But wait, this dude is already plotting what to do next. Yuseung is being used and it's not looking good. The other dude is laying it on thick, telling Yuseung she's crazy talented, total manipulation. He's claiming Yuseung's powers are blocked because of trauma, and honestly, it's a super shady move. He straight up tells her monsters aren't pets, and she's like, I know, it's a tense moment. But then this dude's face changes and he's furious, yelling about her lying. Yuseung claims he chose her over Soul and that she doesn't regret it. Major declaration. She's staring off into the distance, and it's clear something's still bothering her. Yuseung is lost in thought, and it's a really unsettling moment. She's clearly hiding something. However, the other dude is getting angrier. Bro is about to explode, and it's not pretty. Yoonhyuk suddenly remembers something about TWSA, a past scenario involving this girl, and it hits him hard. Yuseung runs off, claiming she'll try again, but Yoonhyuk feels a bad vibe. She definitely looked at him. He's thinking she's a fan, and it's accurate, honestly, because other people start showering him with praise. Everyone is telling Yoonhyuk he's handsome and the best, and Yuseung is clearly a devoted admirer. It's revealed she was straight up a fangirl, totally obsessed with Yoonhyuk. No way this is a coincidence. Yuseung is leaning in close, and Yoonhyuk realizes this whole situation is way more complicated than he thought. He recalls that in the original story, she was more of a tag-along little sister, not a main character. Apparently, she and Miayu constantly fought, classic rivalry, but it's a key piece of the puzzle. Yuseung is clutching mana recovery potions, looking downcast, and the scene feels super ominous. But then, the realization dawns on Yoonhyuk. Everything is connected, and it's a total game changer. Yoonhyuk is questioning Yuseung about how good-looking he is. It's a weird flex, but okay. She's giving him the cold shoulder, saying she doesn't want to talk, but he keeps pushing it. Yoo-seung snaps, admitting people don't think he's all that handsome, and then a flashback begins. We see a bunch of people talking about Yoon-hyuk. Some think he's great, others not so much. She reveals she's taken bathroom selfies and doesn't think she looks bad, and Yoon-hyuk actually compliments her. But Yoo-seung isn't looking for compliments, she's just curious, and this dude is getting seriously annoyed. She claims she doesn't need his sympathy and straight up yells, "Damn it, talk about a mood swing." Yoo-seung is clearly frustrated, and Yoon-hyuk realizes something is up because she's clutching potions. It hits Yoon-hyuk. Yoo-seung's obsession isn't random, it's tied to a past event with Mia Yoo. She's been gathering mana recovery potions because of her rivalry with Mia, and this is way bigger than a crush. Yoo-seung is leaning in close to Yoon-hyuk, and it's intense. She's laying out how Mia Yoo always overshadowed her. But it's not just about looks. She reveals Mia was favored by everyone, even the system, making Yoo-seung feel useless. Dokja rushes to the fallen woman, completely freaking out. She's not breathing, no way. He's desperately checking for a pulse, and honestly, the scene is chaotic as hell. But wait, the floor is cracking under someone's weight, and the tension is building fast. Yoo-seung arrives looking horrified and immediately realizes something is seriously wrong with the woman. She's shouting Dokja while staring at the unconscious body, and it's clear she's panicking. Her boy Dokja is just staring, processing everything, and it's a super intense moment. The woman in black is running towards them, and the situation is spiraling out of control, straight up. Then someone whispers, "Am I in?" and the mystery deepens. What is even happening? This dude is looking right at us, a sinister smile spreading across his face, and it's creepy AF. He's got that I planned this look, and honestly, it's terrifying, bro. Dokja and Yoo-seung realize everyone, including them, was asleep. That's seriously messed up, bro. They're both like, wait a minute, none of them stood guard, which is a huge problem. Dokja suddenly remembers they ate last night, and it clicks. Someone must have drugged their food. He's freaking out, eyes wide, realizing the danger they're in, and honestly, he has every right to be. Dokja spots something on the floor, dust, and it's not just any dust, it's Yanis Pleta stem, no way. Yoo-seung identifies it too, and they realize someone deliberately cooked that stuff into their meal. They figure out it was Sayang who cooked, and Dokja's just lying there, completely floored by the betrayal. Dokja sighs, realizing they were played, and straight up admits she got us good, which is kinda scary. This is insane. Sayang intentionally drugged them, but why? What's the end game here? Dokja's clutching the dust, and it's clear he's putting the pieces together, but this is a seriously messed up situation. Dokja realizes Sayang can't leave because of a contract. She's bound to follow orders, but this feels way off. He pulls up the contract details, and it's a long list of rules, but one thing stands out: the scenario must not threaten her life. Dokja's eyes narrow. He's putting it together, realizing this whole situation is a setup, and it's chilling. He suddenly remembers a flash of light, and everything starts to click into place. Sayang didn't just drug them, she changed something. Dokja tries to sit up, but his body won't respond. It's like he's paralyzed, and the situation is going from bad to worse. He yells, "Hold on," and tries to activate his abilities, but they're not working. Something is blocking him. A sword suddenly descends, aimed right at Dokja, and honestly, it happens way too fast. The sword pierces Dokja's coat, narrowly missing him. It's a clean, precise strike, and it's terrifying. Sayang is the one wielding the sword, and it's clear she's not messing around. This is straight-up betrayal, bro. Yoo-seung looks on in shock, and Dokja's just stunned, staring up at Sayang. This is a twist no one saw coming. Dokja realizes Sayang's avatars are being sacrificed. She's using them to stay alive, but it's a one-way ticket. Yoo-seung asks if she's gone, and Dokja confirms. Sayang's original form is apparently out of the picture, which is messed up. Dokja demands to know why she'd do this, but it's a rhetorical question, because he already knows it's about the scenario. He remembers she's been getting fewer coins, rewards, since joining him, and suddenly understands she's been manipulated. Dokja calls her a terrible friend, and honestly, he's not wrong. This is some serious backstabbing. We get a shot of Dokja walking forward, and it's clear he's processing this betrayal, but is also determined to figure it out. Torn note floats down, revealing a message for your troubles, but it's ripped up and covered in blue energy. More coins float down with the note, but it's clear this isn't gratitude, it's a payment, and a cold one at that. Dokja picks up the ripped note, and now he's questioning why she'd sacrifice herself if she wanted to leave him. He's stuck in a loop trying to understand why she stayed, and bro, this is a heartbreaking twist. Dokja's spiraling trying to piece together Cyan's actions, but he can't make sense of it all. Jihai walks up telling Dokja they need to leave like now, and he's clearly still reeling. They're staring up at this massive building, and it's the scenario's main stage. This is where it all goes down. Dokja's checking his phone, reading a message, and it's brutal. Apparently, just reading a lot doesn't mean you understand people. He's typing a reply, and honestly, this dude is seething with anger right now. He sends the message, then mutters that idiot under his breath. Dokja is not happy. Dokja looks out asking why no one is even pretending to look for him, and it's a low blow. He's typing again saying whether they're friends or enemies, he deserves something, and he's laying it all out. More texting, and he's still waiting for a response. The silence is killing him, bro. We get a stat update, and Yusung's numbers are maxed out. Apparently he hit the scenario's limit, which is wild. Dokja straight up offers a support contract to Jihai and Yusung, but says he's got plenty of coins. He lays down the condition, sign the contract and it'll be good, but don't expect any regrets. Yusung asks if signing means she can't work with other constellations, and Dokja nods. It's a big ask. Jihai assures Yusung Dokja won't interfere with other constellations, but something about her feels off. Yusung is silent, clearly processing everything, and Dokja's getting impatient. What's the holdup? Then Yusung decides to take the deal, trusting Dokja anyway, which is a massive move. The support contract is confirmed, and a weird energy surges. Something definitely happened there. No way, Yusung suddenly clutches her head in pain, and it looks bad. This deal has a cost. Jihai stares intensely at Yusung, and her expression is unsettling. She knows something's up. Dokja looks shocked, and Yusung's face is hidden, but bro, this contract is clearly a trap. Dokja expects this much from the scenario, but Yusung's pain intensifies. Something's clearly wrong with the contract. Jihai's got a weird look on her face, and Dokja's immediately suspicious. She knew this would happen. Blue screen pops up showing available powers, support incarnation and encourage incarnation choices. Yusung is freaking out, and Jihai is trying to calm her down, but it's all a bit too convenient, honestly. Dokja's monologue reveals the constellations are reacting to Yusung's pain. They're loving the drama. He realizes Jihai intentionally pushed Yusung into the contract, wanting to see this happen. What a snake. Dokja's straight up saying this is all a setup, and Jihai doesn't even deny it. She's playing a dangerous game. Okay, so things are insane right now. Our boy Dokja is facing off against this massive sea monster, and everyone's freaking out. He's got his coat flapping, but he's totally focused, bracing for whatever this thing throws at him. The monster opens its mouth, and its huge revealing rows and rows of terrifying teeth. No way. The monster lunges, but Dokja and his crew are dodging, trying to get out of the way of its massive jaws. But Dokja activates Blade of Faith, and his sword is instantly glowing with this crazy blue energy. He swings, and the sword cuts through the water, sending out these massive energy waves towards the monster. The monster tries to bite, but Dokja's blade intercepts, and it's a straight-up clash of titans, sparks flying everywhere. This dude is slicing and dicing, but the monster is tough, and it's a brutal, messy fight with blood spraying. He keeps slashing, the blue energy intensifying, and the monster is actually starting to flinch from the attacks. Dokja lands a final, massive blow, slash, and the monster reels back, but honestly, this is far from over. Dokja's thinking he can use the wind to make things easier, but nah, he wants drama. He's straight up stepping forward right into the monster's path. What is he doing? His companions are losing it, yelling for him to be careful, but this dude is unhinged. The monster's getting closer, and Dokja's bracing himself, looking surprisingly calm amidst the chaos. He's taking a massive hit, and blood is flying everywhere. Ouch, that looks painful. But Dokja's barely flinching, demanding the monster bring even more pain. Bro is a masochist. He wants to be pushed to his absolute limit to unlock some new power. It's risky, but kinda cool. Dokja's getting seriously messed up, covered in blood, but he's screaming for the monster to be more anxious. The monster's roaring, and the energy is building. This is about to get wild. He's fully embracing the pain, and honestly, this fight is escalating to a whole new level of intensity. Dokja's getting absolutely wrecked, demanding more from the monster. This dude is a different breed. He's clutching someone Lee Xiaohua, and it's clear he's protecting her at all costs. No way. The monster's grinning, and it's a truly terrifying sight, like it's enjoying Dokja's desperation. Dokja's eyes are bloodshot, and he's pushing himself to the brink. It's intense, honestly. He's practically begging for a stronger attack, wanting to break through some hidden limit, bro. The monster unleashes a barrage of golden energy blasts, and Dokja's shielding Xiaohua. Talk about a hero. Suddenly Kim Naman appears, shielding them both. Wait, what? He saved them. He's protecting Xiaohua even after everything, but Dokja's starting to piece things together. It's a twist. Dokja's remembering a key detail from the novel. Namun was always the one meant to protect her. No way. Dokja is straight up losing it, tears streaming down his face. He's entering a trance, completely overwhelmed. System announces Yuseum Shen is in a trance too, and everything explodes in golden light. It's blinding. Yuseum Shen is floating in the center of the blast, and he's taming the monster. No way, this is insane. He's making direct contact with the monster, and it's resisting, but Yuseum Shen is forcing it. This is intense. The monster thrashes, trying to break free, but Yuseum Shen is holding on tight, channeling all his power. It looks like he's succeeding, and the monster's rage is slowly subsiding. Our boy is actually doing it. Yuseum Shen is absorbing the monster's power, and he's screaming in pain, but he won't let go. What a beast. The monster is becoming docile, its scales softening, and it's honestly a little terrifying to watch. Yuseum Shen finally completes the taming, and the monster is fully under his control. This dude just leveled up. Yuseum Shen is now fully bonded with the monster, and it's unsettlingly calm, like a giant pet. Dokja is reeling, remembering everything. Yuseum Shen was always destined to tame this beast, not protect Xiaohua. He's devastated, realizing he messed up the timeline, and Xiaohua is in danger because of it. Dokja rushes towards Xiaohua, desperate to reach her before it's too late, but the monster blocks his path. Xiaohua is sobbing, clutching a stuffed animal, and it's breaking our boy's heart all over again. She's begging Yuseum Shen to kill her, thinking she's the reason everyone is suffering. No way, this is rough. Dokja finally reaches Xiaohua, shielding her with his body, but Yuseum Shen stops him with a single glance. Yuseum Shen reveals he knew all along. He knew Xiaohua was a key figure, and he's been playing everyone. He's got this creepy, calculating look on his face, and honestly, it's terrifyingly cold. Yuseum Shen declares he's taking Xiaohua, and Dokja is left speechless, straight up blindsided by this betrayal. Yuseum Shen is straight up taking Xiaohua, and Dokja is losing it. He can't believe this is happening. The monster dips into the ocean, carrying them both, and the water explodes around them. It's a massive splash. We get a good look at the monster, and honestly, it's terrifyingly majestic with those glowing red eyes. The monster submerges, creating huge waves, and it's clear this isn't just a trip, it's a full-on escape. Xiaohua is shocked, saying this is amazing, but Dokja looks absolutely furious. He's not having any of it. Dokja grabs onto the monster's scales, trying to stop them, but Yuseum Shen just stares him down. They're riding the monster now, and the scales are huge. It's like sitting on a moving mountain. Xiaohua is crying, repeating sorry over and over, and it's heartbreaking. She thinks she's the problem. But Yuseum Shen reveals he's been manipulating everything since the beginning. This dude is a master strategist. Dokja is speechless, completely blindsided, and honestly, he should have seen this coming. Yuseum Shen is straight up piloting a Tier 5 sea monster. Dokja is losing his mind, yelling at him to stop. Dokja realizes this wasn't a rescue, it's a forced relocation, and he didn't anticipate this at all. Major fail. He's shocked Yuseum Shen summoned the queen, a monster way bigger than anything he's hunted before. No way. Dokja is desperate, questioning if he needs to use the way of the wind. He's seriously panicking right now. He's absolutely furious, demanding to know why Yuseum Shen is doing this, but gets no answers. Yuseum Shen thinks he failed, but Dokja's got a bad feeling. This is exactly what Yuseum wanted. Dokja's face is contorted with worry. He knows this monster is far beyond anything he's prepared for. He's realizing the gravity of the situation, and honestly, this dude is about to be in deep trouble. Dokja's staring at the monster, and it's clear he's completely outmatched. This is terrifying. Close up on Dokja's face, he's terrified, sweating, and totally overwhelmed by what's happening. Dokja is reeling, realizing Yuseum Shin intentionally brought this monster here to test him. It's a brutal training exercise. However, Dokja knows this queen is different, a real extinction-level threat, and Yuseum is playing with fire. Okay, so Dokja's chilling with his squad when suddenly he gets a text. No way, right? While all this is going down, we get this epic shot of the starry sky through a building, like a premonition or something. The phone vibrates and everyone's all ears. It's from Ding-hoon, straight up asking to meet up. The text keeps coming and Ding-hoon's saying some weird stuff about seeing Dokja again, but also that he doesn't want to. Before Dokja can even process it, a woman and another guy burst in and things get chaotic fast. The woman grabs Dokja and honestly, this dude had it coming, he wasn't expecting that. She's dragging him away and the other guy looks totally freaked out, like what is even happening? The woman's got a serious glare and she's not messing around, she's clearly upset about something. The other guy is yelling, demanding to know what they want, but she's ignoring him and things are escalating. Bro, this is a setup. Dokja thinks he's safe, but they're clearly trying to pull him into something big. Okay, so the woman is dragging Dokja and the other guy, Sanga, is totally losing it, demanding answers. Kim-hoon cuts in, saying he hasn't run into Hyo-won yet, but he's sent his bugs to find her creepy. He reveals Hyo-won might be with the king of the wanderers in the north and straight up tells Dokja to level up his stats. Dokja's slumped on the floor looking wrecked while the woman and Sanga stand over him, talk about a power dynamic. Sanga is questioning whether Dokja has any contact with his family and honestly, it's a really pointed question. She's getting in his face and Dokja's looking stunned. This is intense, bro. Suddenly, a notification pops up. Ding-hoon Han has used AOE Internet LV7. What does that even mean? The screen flashes and it's like a system update or something, but it's super unsettling. We get a close-up of Sanga's shocked face, then Dokja's, and they're both clearly reacting to whatever just happened. But wait, it seems like this internet ability is connected to finding Hyo-won. This dude is playing 4D chess. Sanga is ordering Dokja to tell his family about their messed up situation. No pressure, right? But Ding-hoon cuts her off, warning everyone the outer suburbs of Seoul won't be safe once this is over. A panicked voice asks what's going to happen, and Ding-hoon just tells them to prepare for the worst. Dokja says he's fine, but admits his family is still in Seoul. That's a huge risk, bro. We get a tight shot of Ding-hoon, and he looks off. Something's definitely up with this guy. Suddenly, the woman is receiving a message, and her expression changes to shock. A notification pops up. Someone defeated the catastrophe of water in the north. Talk about a power move. But it's not just any notification, it's flashing and glitching like the system is overloaded. The woman and Dokja are both stunned by the message, and the scene is just full of tension. However, this victory feels wrong, like it's part of a bigger, more complicated plan. Dokja, Sanga, and Hyun-sung are laying low, and he casually drops that they've handled 4 of the 5 catastrophes. Turns out someone just took down the catastrophe of ice in the west, but it feels wrong, like a trap. We get a glimpse of the figure responsible, and this dude is radiating power, a dark, ominous energy. The figure's eyes snap open, and no way, they're glowing, and he's clearly not someone to mess with. He's surrounded by swirling energy, and honestly, it looks like he's about to unleash something massive. The scene cuts to a notification. The catastrophe of water in the north is gone too. What is happening? However, the system is even more unstable now, and it's clear these quick victories aren't what they seem. Dokja realizes someone is manipulating things, pulling strings behind the scenes, and it's sending chills down his spine. The panel zooms out, revealing a brooding figure in the rain, and it's straight up the catastrophe of ice. He's still alive. The ground cracks and a massive fleshy bloom opens with a sickening thud. It's terrifying. Inside this thing we get a glimpse of a face, and it's a younger version of Lee Ji-hye. No way. Her eyes are open, but she looks distant, and honestly, it's super unsettling. We zoom in on her face, and she's clearly aware but trapped. This is a nightmare. The layers around her seem to be constricting, and it's like she's becoming part of this growth. But wait, she's trying to reach out, and her expression is pleading for help. This whole thing is a prison, a fleshy cocoon, and Ji-hye is stuck inside. It's awful. Our boy Dokja must know what's happening, and he needs to save her like now. Giannucci attacks, swinging his blade, and Huiwen meets him blow for blow. These two are insane. Huiwen's sword cuts through the air, but Giannucci deflects it with a terrifyingly smooth motion. Giannucci's technique is genuinely amazing, and Huiwen acknowledges it, even mid-fight. Respect. Huiwen admits Dokja will soon gain a powerful constellation, and he fears he won't be a match anymore. He's clearly worried, sweating bullets as he attacks, but his swordsmanship is still top tier, no doubt. Huiwen unleashes a massive circular swing, attempting to overwhelm Giannucci with sheer force. Giannucci effortlessly blocks, but the impact still sends him stumbling back. This dude is strong. Huiwen keeps pushing, and Giannucci's face shows a hint of desperation, but he's not backing down. However, Giannucci is about to reveal something. He's not just fighting to win, he's protecting someone. The Nouvelle Vague tries to recruit Dokja, offering him a spot and promising their king will be thrilled, but he declines. Dokja says he has friends waiting, and Huiwen overhears, immediately suspecting something's up. Huiwen thinks about Dokja's friends, wondering if he even realizes how desperately they are looking for him. Dokja's got a smug look, and Huiwen's about to drop a bombshell. He knows someone is watching them. Huiwen and a shadowy figure exchange glances, and it's clear they are both aware of hidden observers. Huiwen declares that between us two, he's progressing without a hitch, and it's clearly a challenge to Giannucci. Huiwen is so confident, and it's borderline creepy. This dude is playing a long game. The shadowy figure leans in, and we get a close-up of Huiwen's unsettlingly intense gaze. Huiwen and the shadowy figure are now side by side, and it's clear they're plotting something big. Someone's dragging Dokja, and this dude wakes up totally confused, asking what's happening. No way, they're trying to move him, and someone shouts, "Make me," like they're in charge. But wait, another voice yells me, and it's clear multiple people want to be the one to drag him. Giannucci is straight up losing it, demanding they get away from Dokja while he's being nice. Huiwen's smirking like he orchestrated this whole mess, and honestly, he probably did. Shadowy figure is getting closer, and bro, this is starting to feel like a trap. Huiwen declares they are progressing well, challenging Giannucci. This dude is loving the chaos. Someone's freaking out, and the scene cuts to black. Something big is about to go down, I can feel it. Okay, so everything's going crazy. Constellations are appearing in the sky, and it's a total light show. Stars are falling, and this dude Dokja is getting a support selection notice. No way. He's choosing a constellation to back him up, and it's supposed to be a reliable ally, which he desperately needs. The selection process is wild. Beams of light are shooting down from the sky, like the universe is picking for him. These beams are landing all over the city, and it's kinda beautiful, but also super ominous, right? Two guys are spotting the constellations, and they're freaking out. Something big is happening, and they know it. One of them points, saying, "Look over there," and they're clearly seeing something Dokja is connected to. A woman calls out "Mister," and it's clear she's also noticing the strange constellations descending from the heavens. She and another person are completely stunned by what's happening, and honestly, who wouldn't be? But whatever's going on with these constellations, it's definitely tied to Dokja and his knowledge of the story. The constellations are straight up demanding Dokja keep his promise, and the number of stars above his head is insane. Apparently, those stars represent how many constellations want to be his supporting partner in this support selection thing. Dokja announces he's going to pick one of them, but only if his channel hits 10,000 subscribers first. A little fluffy creature asks if he did what he was asked, and Dokja admits he did, but wonders why he even made such a promise. Creature replies that he did it, and Dokja's channel is so close to 10K subscribers, 9,781 to be exact. Everyone is getting nervous about that subscriber count, and it's clear they are all counting on Dokja to make this work. The constellations are definitely invested, and this whole situation is wild. Our boy is playing with the universe. Dokja is trying to hype up his channel using hashtags and everything, and honestly, it's kinda working. But seriously, 219 more subscribers. This is gonna be a nail-biter, and the constellations are straight up sweating. Dokja's channel hits 999 subscribers, and everyone is losing it. Just one more to go. He taps on COAE Ill Pill to select him as a support, but then it changes to Scribe of Heaven. No way. Dokja is totally shocked. Apparently, the Scribe of Heaven is one of the most powerful constellations around. This dude is literally heaven's right-hand man and outranks all the other angels, including Uriel. Dokja keeps rejecting constellations, but admits Coae Ilpil must be Seongryong Ryo and names other powerful beings. He wonders why the abyssal black flame dragon isn't an option, but it's clear he's not getting what he wants. Suddenly, the list of constellations shifts again, showing more options. What is happening? Dokja points at a new name on the list, completely stunned, and asks if this is even real. The constellations are revealed to be the strongest of the pure good alignment, and this is getting intense. But Dokja is about to get a support, and the universe is straight up reacting to his choice. Dokja's freaking out. He realizes tons of constellations are watching him, like a lot. He's asking Byeon how many are watching, and she stumbles through a count of over 800. It's insane. With just 3 minutes left for support selection, constellations start throwing coins at Dokja, but it's not random. The bald leader of the peasants' army throws 200 coins, then Coae Ilpil offers 300, and the great King Humu ups it to 400. Dokja's pleased. They're competing for his support, and he's playing them like a fiddle. But then the prisoner of the golden headband drops 5,000 coins, and the Scribe of Heaven one-ups everyone with 30,000. No way. The prisoner of the golden headband is glaring at the Scribe of Heaven. This is getting messy, and Dokja's loving it. Dokja notes that the Scribe of Heaven is on another level, and there's no reason not to take advantage of this. He's totally strategizing. Our boy is about to rake in some serious support, and it's glorious. Dokja is impressed with the Scribe of Heaven, but he's already planning how to use this competition to his advantage. Dokja's counter hits 989, 990, and the constellations are going wild with coin donations. He hits 993, and Dokja's trying to look unbothered, but bro is clearly stressed out right now. The timer is at 10:00:20, and Dokja's support count is climbing fast. 995. It's almost maxed out. 999. Everyone's watching, and the tension is insane. Seriously, you could cut it with a knife. The timer hits 50:00, and suddenly support selection ends just like that. What? Dokja's stunned, but then a notification pops up. Support selection has ended, and everything sparkles. Our boy just pulled off the impossible. He's collected support from constellations who are rivals. This is huge. However, Dokja knows this isn't over. The real game is about to begin, and he's ready to play. He's thinking about the consequences, but honestly, he's a little bit hyped for the chaos to come. The screen glitches out, then the timer resets. This dude just unlocked something massive, and we're here for it. Dokja announces he can't reveal who he's picking, protecting the incarnation's privacy. The constellations are not happy. A little demon creature floats around, looking all cute, but the constellations are straight up roaring with protest. The system announces most constellations are shouting in protest. This is getting intense, seriously. Dokja gets a message from Byeon, who did something awesome, and Dokja gives him a quick good job. The system announces a considerable number of constellations are in an uproar. Things are escalating fast. Dokja activates some kind of power, and blue energy erupts around him. It's a wild visual display. He's grinning like he's unlocked a cheat code, and the energy is building. What did this dude even do? The energy surges, and a massive notification appears. The constellations are still screaming, no way. Dokja just revealed something huge, and everyone is shocked, but honestly, we kinda saw it coming. He's totally playing 4D chess, using the competition to mess with everyone, and it's glorious. Dokja announces he's holding a new event as a reward for all the support. It's a total power move. The system immediately broadcasts that countless constellations are listening to Byeon, our little demon buddy. Suddenly, silence descends. It's eerie, but Dokja seems to be controlling the whole situation. We get a quick shot of the starry sky and a building, setting the stage for something big. Someone clears their throat. It's a mysterious figure, and they're about to lay out a plan. The system shouts that this incarnation keeps refusing to pick a supporting constellation. What a rebel. A guy looks shocked and says, "Oh my," but honestly, this whole situation is just wild. More constellations are now agreeing with Biome, and it's clear Dokja's plan is working brilliantly. Someone asks Dokja why he's doing all this, and he's clearly about to drop some serious truth bombs. Dokja is about to reveal his plan, and you just know it's going to be epic and chaotic. Dokja reveals he's basically using the constellation's desire for stories to rewrite the scenario. It's insane. He wants to make them believe a different ending is happening, and it's all about saving humanity, but on his terms. Okay, so our boy Kim Namwoon has a bookmark system going on, and he's got 4 slots filled with powerful characters. He's deciding to swap out Insider and Ho Chen for Beast Tamer Yuseung Shen, a strategic move, apparently, to boost his understanding. The bookmark skill activates, and straight up, a massive flash engulfs everything. Things are getting intense. This dude is getting bombarded with some kind of interspecies communication skill, level 3, no less. The skill duration is only 30 minutes, but it's enough time to potentially unlock abilities from the character he bookmarked. He's reaching a significant understanding level with Lycaon, and can now steal some skills, talk about a power-up. Lycaon, the massive dragon, responds, and Namwoon can feel it. The scent, the emotions, it's all flooding in. But it's not just feelings, he's literally sensing the circuitry of his own brain changing, adapting to the connection. However, it's overwhelming, and we see Namwoon clearly struggling with the influx of information and power. I can feel it. Lycaon's power is surging through Namwoon, but it's almost too much. His body is straining to handle it. He's accessing Lycaon's memories, seeing everything through the dragon's eyes, and it's intense. But the connection is more than just memories, it's a full-on sensory overload. He's becoming Lycaon. Suddenly, a massive figure emerges from the water, and it's Queen Murabad. She's huge and terrifying. The others are freaking out, yelling about what's happening, but Namwoon is lost in the dragon's consciousness. Namwoon, fully synced with Lycaon, is now radiating that same intense energy. His eyes are glowing red. He's unleashing a wave of power, and it's knocking everyone around like ragdolls. No way. The power is focused on Murabad, and it's like a direct challenge. This is about to go down. Murabad acknowledges Namwoon, or rather Lycaon within him, and the tension is absolutely insane. However, this power-up isn't all good. Namwoon is clearly losing control, and it's a scary sight. Namwoon's trying to tell Lycaon to slow down, but the dragon is way too fast. It's a blur. Murabad is massive, and Namwoon is just a speck on her snout. Talk about a power imbalance. Dragon scales are glistening, and it's like a tidal wave of power is building up. Lycaon unleashes a shockwave, and it sends everyone flying. No one is safe from this. This dude is getting tossed around like a ragdoll, and honestly, it looks painful. Namwoon coughs up blood, but he's still trying to fight through the pain. Our boy is resilient. The dragon's bookmark skill deactivates, and it's a bad sign. Something's clearly wrong. Namwoon's getting absolutely wrecked, and he's losing consciousness. This is not good. He's coughing and struggling, but he's still trying to hold on. This is a full-on beatdown. But despite everything, Namwoon manages to gasp out a cough. He refuses to give up. Namwoon lands on some kind of island, Inojul Island, apparently, and realizes this is where the meteorite crashed. He's totally beat up, coughing and sweating, but he's trying to piece things together, and a spooky red ghost figure floats nearby. But someone is already tracking him. Another flyer spots Namwoon and shouts about his direction. No way, more people who can fly appear, and Namwoon straight up panics, realizing he's been followed. He's trying to escape, dodging attacks, but they're closing in fast. This dude is seriously outmatched. Namwoon spots someone falling and rushes to help, but it's a trap. He's getting swarmed. This is intense. Namwoon is swinging his sword, desperately trying to fend off the attackers, but they just keep coming. He yells that they've already found him, and he didn't realize so many people could fly. It's a total ambush. The search is on, and Namwoon is clearly struggling, but he refuses to give up. Our boy is a fighter. He's exhausted and bleeding, but he's still pushing forward, determined to reach his destination, even if it kills him. Someone massive shows up and straight up demands everyone get off the island. Talk about a mood killer. This dude with a sword tries to be a hero, but gets immediately shut down, a swift slice to the arm. He yells out in pain, and everyone recognizes her. It's the naval warfare god, and she looks furious. She's clearly not happy, and someone shouts, "Run for it." You can feel the panic setting in. Chaos erupts as everyone scatters, trying to escape the naval warfare god's wrath. Total mayhem. She's closing in, and it's clear she's not messing around. This is a serious power level. Her boy tries to hide, but she's already onto him, asking why he won't come out. She's playing mind games. He flinches and she smirks. She's definitely enjoying this hunt, and it's terrifying. She casually asks why he doesn't come out, but the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. And honestly, this dude is in way over his head, facing a god with a serious attitude problem. Okay, so this dude is being super condescending, questioning if the other guy is smart or dumb, rude. The other guy, understandably freaked, asks if he's going to be killed too. Things are escalating fast. Our boy flashes a creepy smile and says he wants to kill him, but doesn't want to upset Master. What is going on? He doubles down, saying Master would be sad if he killed him himself. This dude is seriously messed up. Someone asks how he's been, but he brushes it off, already knowing the answer. He's always 10 steps ahead. They mention he went back to Tipung Girl's high. Wait, what? And he's clearly not thrilled. He hums thoughtfully like he's considering something. This is where it gets interesting. He draws a sword and it's huge, revealing he's been preparing for a fight. No way. He notices the other girl's skills have improved a lot and realizes everyone gets stronger when he's not around. He's seriously analyzing the situation, and it's clear he's planning something big. This is a power move. Okay, so he's laying out his plan, hunt down the catastrophe naturally, but someone interrupts, asking what he's doing. He insists he doesn't need to fight, which immediately raises red flags, and someone demands an explanation. What's going on? He reveals Master told him the final catastrophe isn't dangerous if he's around, but to stop anyone else from landing on the island. Whoa. Suddenly, a huge wave crashes towards them, and our boy just walks into it. This is insane. He's completely unfazed by the storm, still focused on his mission to stop people from reaching the island. This dude is something else. Someone shouts that the area is dangerous, but then gets immediately questioned. Like, duh, it's a catastrophe zone. A guy claims to be a lieutenant of Unit 6502, and the others are straight up shocked. Is he telling the truth? Before anyone can react, someone grabs the lieutenant, and another guy is about to land a punch. Things are about to get messy. Bam, a swift punch to the face. Honestly, that guy had it coming, and it looks like it stings. Our boy is serious, efficient, and clearly in control. This is a warning to anyone who tries to interfere with his plans. Okay, so he's laying down the law. Anyone who tries to reach the island gets stopped, period. This dude is serious about control. Okay, so things are intense. Someone's freaking out about a catastrophe, and this dude is straight up laying the blame on another guy. Apparently they fed a meteorite. The scenario guides something it shouldn't have. Big mistake. This other guy is convinced the main character is trying to hatch the meteorite early, and honestly, he's not wrong. But wait, there's more. Our boy reveals this catastrophe was actually an ally in his past life. No way. He's trying to reassure everyone that this catastrophe is safe, but it's kinda sus, right? Everyone is questioning if safe is even possible at this point, and Young-Yok is looking unimpressed. Flashback time, he admits he forgot Young-Yok helped him out before, but then drops a bomb. Young-Yok is an idiot, according to the inner voice, and has died hundreds of times to reach the ending. Harsh. The meteorite is cracking open and a warning pops up. The catastrophe of floods is preparing to hatch. Oh, great. Everything seemed to be going smoothly for our boy, but now we know this catastrophe is about to unleash some serious chaos. Okay, so the older, mysterious guy is laying down the law. Unless they team up, things get messy. Our boy is coughing up a storm, voice failing him, and straight up begging Young-Yok to listen. He's spilling all the tea. This Yusum Shin isn't the one Young-Yok knows, and meeting her is bad news. Young-Yok isn't buying it. He thinks the catastrophe is just a moody incarnation with a short temper. Everything's escalating fast. Our boy collapses, coughing, while the catastrophe starts to awaken. The catastrophe is unleashing this insane energy, and it's clear all other planets tried to avoid this. The older guy declares they're about to greet the catastrophe. This is not a drill, people. And then the ground starts cracking, groaning, and honestly, it's terrifying. The catastrophe is breaking free, and it's huge, like planet-sized, seriously. The Earth is splitting, the catastrophe is rising, and things are about to go down, bro. A catastrophe. Yuseung Shin fully awakens, unleashing a massive blast of energy. It's apocalyptic, bro. A new main scenario drops and the reward, 100,000 coins. But the penalty for failure, straight up the destruction of soul. Everyone gets a system notification and our boy's getting one too, while a woman with blonde hair looks terrified. The blonde woman is panicking, pleading with someone, mister, but it's hard to tell who. The catastrophe is radiating power and a skull symbol appears, signifying this is seriously bad news. Our boy is reeling, barely able to stand, and the blonde woman is clutching his jacket, desperate. The system outlines the challenge. Defeat Yuseung Shin, difficulty SS, no time limit, talk about pressure. The blonde woman's eyes are glowing red, and she's clearly connected to the catastrophe somehow, no way. Yuseung Shin's unleashing a wave of energy, and it's clear this isn't just about power, but something deeper. The blonde woman is completely consumed by the energy, and our boy is left standing, bracing for the impact. The system just nullifies our boy's emotional shock. Talk about a plot device. The blonde woman, who's clearly connected to the catastrophe, begins to fall apart, feathers flying everywhere. She's losing feathers like crazy, and it's a gruesome sight, honestly. Her body is disintegrating. Our boy stands firm as a massive, feathery hand crashes down, but it's not an attack, it's a descent. The blonde woman crumples to the ground, completely overtaken by feathers and looking totally defeated. She's barely recognizable, shrouded in white, but then she lifts her head and stares right at our boy. Her eyes are intense and she drops a bomb. She's been waiting for him, Yuseung. He asks, Captain, no way, this dude's connected to her somehow. It's a huge reveal. The blonde woman's fading, dissolving into more feathers as she whispers her message. This is messed up. She's sacrificing herself, and our boy is about to face a catastrophe alone. She's revealing she knew he'd come. Yuseung Shin was cooperative in Young-hyuk's second round, but this time, she's different. This dude, Young-hyuk, is questioning what round she's in, needing to know ASAP. It's a tense moment, bro. He demands to know why straight up. He needs that info, and it's clear this is serious. She reveals she gave Young-hyuk all the information in the previous round, but he still failed, and honestly, harsh. Yuseung Shin is cooperative, but this Yuseung Shin is a whole different beast, and things are escalating fast. She's twitching, eyes wild, declaring herself my third. What does that even mean? He's accusing her of failing despite the info she gave him, and she's not taking it well at all. She's laying it all out. She gave Young-hyuk everything she had, but he still messed up, and now she needs more. She's giving him the cold shoulder, and it's clear she's not playing nice this time around, bro. Our boy just realized she's completely changed her strategy, and it's a total game changer. This is getting wild. She reveals Young-hyuk sent her to the past in his 41st round, straight up playing the long game. According to his plan, she wandered the labyrinth of worlds for years, searching for something. But this isn't just some aimless wandering. She was always meant to reach him, apparently. She explains Young-hyuk needed her to wander so she could understand the true meaning of despair. However, now that she's back, she's ready to make him pay for all those years of suffering. Okay, so our boy dies. Again, seriously, this dude is racking up the death count. But hold up, level 3 of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint activates, which basically means he's getting a power-up. He's disgusted by dying repeatedly, but realizes it's kinda a given when you're, dead. He decides to switch to a third-person observer view, kinda like he's watching a movie instead of living it. But he really wants to steal the skills of Young-hyuk by using first-person POV, which sounds risky as heck. He figures if he can get those skills, they have a shot at stopping this massive flood that's coming. It's a catastrophe. Suddenly, we cut to this creepy blonde guy, and straight up, he's menacing AF. This dude is unleashing pure destruction, ripping and tearing everything apart, and honestly, it's terrifying. He's yelling about ripping, tearing, and destroying. It's a full-on villain monologue moment. The word flood appears, and it's clear this blonde guy is somehow connected to the disaster they're trying to prevent. The blonde dude roars, and it's absolutely terrifying, like the ground is shaking and stuff. Declares this is the time of catastrophe, and honestly, it feels like it's already here. He's unleashing monsters, and they're swarming everywhere. It's a full-blown invasion. Someone shouts Monster Gate, and people start running for their lives, which fair enough. Folks are screaming for help, and it's a total chaotic scene. No one is safe right now. They're wondering where Young-hyuk is and if he even made it out of there, super tense. The blonde dude vows to kill Yoo-seung-shin, and straight up, the threat is real. Close up on his eyes and they're glowing red. This guy is seriously unhinged. This blonde dude is level 7, even has level 5 monsters under his control. It's a nightmare. He says this power is the specialty of the legendary attribute, Beast Lord. Oh no, this is bad. Someone realizes Yoo-seung-shin must have lost something major, like a crucial piece of himself. The blonde dude is unleashing a devastating attack on Yoo-seung-shin, and it looks brutal, bro. Yoo-seung-shin is taking a serious beating, dodging lightning and blasts, but it's clearly taking a toll. Boom, a massive explosion rocks the scene, sending debris and energy flying everywhere. It's insane. Everything goes dark for a second, and honestly, it feels like a total reset is happening. Another explosion rips through the area, and this dude is straight up getting tossed around like a rag doll. Yoo-seung-shin is clearly in a bad spot, but he's desperately trying to hold on. It's a fight for survival. He's unleashing some sort of power, a blue energy blast, but it's like he's barely holding it together. The blonde dude's like, you should know this won't be enough, and it's a super shady threat. Yoo-seung-shin retorts that the blonde will die in this round. Talk about confidence. But the blonde just casually says, maybe in 10 years, and our boy is not amused. Yoo-seung-shin unleashes a massive energy blast, promising to make sure the blonde doesn't last that long. The attack connects and it's a full-on explosion of blue energy. This is intense. Yoo-seung-shin is holding his sword, looking totally focused, but he's clearly struggling, bro. He's muttering about how this isn't like the captain he knows. Something's seriously wrong here. He's screaming my corks, and then clang, his sword clashes with something unseen. Someone shouts, who is that incarnation? And the tension is unreal. They reveal the figure. It's another version of Yoo-seung-shin. No way, this is getting wild. Yoo-seung-shin is straight up battling another him. It's a full-on mirror match, but this one is different. He's dodging attacks, swinging his sword, but the other Yoo-seung-shin is relentless and faster. The blonde guy is getting tossed around like a rag doll, and Yoo-seung-shin's getting serious, bro. Yoo-seung-shin delivers a final blow, a massive energy slash, and the blonde dude goes flying. But before the blonde hits the ground, he spouts out, he is a companion of mine. What? The blonde's companion reveals herself, a powerful, mysterious woman with fiery red energy. She finishes his sentence declaring, a companion of mine, and honestly, it's terrifying. Yoo-seung-shin realizes this isn't just some random battle. He's up against something way bigger. Stepping back, analyzing the situation, but the woman's power is overwhelming. It's insane. She's about to unleash something massive, and Yoo-seung-shin knows this fight just got a whole lot harder. Yoo-seung-shin is reeling, realizing Young-hyuk never mentioned this other Yoo-seung. This is huge. The woman's power explodes outward, sending a shockwave that cracks the very ground around them. Everything starts falling apart, the landscape literally crumbling under her immense strength. Yoo-seung-shin barely manages to dodge a collapsing pillar, but it's clear he's outmatched here. He demands to know what she just said, and honestly, the tension is so thick you could cut it. The woman turns, her long hair swirling around her, and Yoo-seung-shin looks seriously worried now. She repeats it, making it crystal clear. This Yoo-seung-shin was Young-hyuk's companion until the very end. Yoo-seung-shin is absolutely stunned, and bro, you can see the gears turning in his head. But this isn't over. The ground continues to break apart, and another massive attack is coming. The woman unleashes another wave of power, and the whole area starts collapsing around them. It's chaos. Yoo-seung-shin is straight up panicking, thinking this woman will kill him after he revives. No chill at all. He hears a voice saying she'll pay him, and suddenly constellations start gifting him coins. What is happening? Apparently, the naval warfare god and bald army general are impressed by his camaraderie, and it's raining coins. This dude is realizing she knew she'd be paid for her help, even while bleeding out, seriously calculating. But the woman's companion Uriel is asking if she values companionship. Something's off with her motives. Yoo-seung-shin suddenly gets slashed across the cheek, and it looks bad, completely out of nowhere. Uriel screams captain as she's blasted backwards by an insane golden energy wave. Yoo-seung-shin is furious, demanding to know how she could betray him like that. The tension is unreal. He unleashes a powerful attack, sending Uriel flying through the air with a massive whoosh. But Uriel just weakly asks how, as she crashes and the scene goes dark. Cliffhanger alert. Uriel's still reeling, but Yoosung Shin is absolutely destroying her with a furious onslaught of attacks. He's slamming into her with so much force that even her SS-grade Sky Shaker sword is struggling to hold. No way. Someone yells about how durable that sword is, but it's clearly not enough to withstand this beating. Yoosung Shin demands to know why she's acting this way, asking if she sacrificed someone for him. He's demanding answers about Jihai, Hyeonsong, and Seolhwa. Where are they, and what happened? Uriel just weakly asks what about the others, and Yoosung Shin's face contorts in rage. He lands a brutal blow and Uriel goes flying. This dude is losing it, and honestly, she deserved it. The scene cuts back to Yoosung Shin, his face covered in blood, and he looks absolutely devastated. But then a voice asks what about Jihai, Hyeonsong, and Seolhwa, and the panel goes black. What a cliffhanger. Okay, so this blonde dude, apparently a major villain, is straight up talking to our boy, and it's not good. He's offering to be a companion, a partner, but our boy is not having it clearly. This villain is radiating creepiness, like he's barely holding it together, and it's honestly unsettling. Suddenly, some random guys try to attack, yelling for our boy to be killed. She's apparently the catastrophe. But before they can even touch her, the blonde villain moves so fast, slicing them to pieces. It's brutal. He's just casually dispatching attackers, blood flying everywhere, and it's a total power move. The blonde villain looks down at the carnage, completely unfazed. How vulgar, he says seriously. More blood splatters, and this dude is just standing there, covered in it, looking utterly terrifying. He's cleaning himself off, and honestly, this dude had it coming. No way he's a good guy. The scene ends with even more blood spraying. It's intense, and we're left wondering what happens next. The blonde villain is flying towards someone, Jihai, and our boy, for some reason, is losing it, eyes glowing red. He's screaming about how dare they hurt Master. Wait, what? Is this dude a bodyguard? He swings his sword, and it's a blur of silver, deflecting the attack aimed at Jihai. Total save. The blonde villain lands, looking down at the attacker with a creepy smile, and honestly, he's terrifying. Jihai shouts her name. It's a desperate, panicked cry, and it hits different. Suddenly, a screen pops up, a main scenario, and it's all about defeating this Yoosung Shin dude. The stakes are insane, 100,000 coins as a reward, but if they fail, Seoul gets destroyed, no pressure. The blonde villain is covered in blood, but he doesn't even seem to notice, and it's genuinely disturbing. He's cleaning his sword, and we get a close-up of the weird symbols carved into the blade. What are those? Our boy is now standing over a puddle of blood, sword at the ready, and things are about to go down. He's exhausted, but this dude straight up reveals he specializes in naval warfare. Weird flex, but okay. But hold up, the scene shifts to a massive, icy structure rising from the sea, and it's terrifying. Blonde villain yells at our boy. Apparently, a captain belongs on the ship, not down here. A colossal sea beast, King Masswood, bursts from the ice, and it's a tier 5 threat, serious power level. Everyone's freaking out, but the beast is going for Jihai, and our boy is trying to protect her. The ice is cracking under the monster's attack, and it's a total disaster. People are falling everywhere. Jihai shouts his name, confused how he knows hers, and he's clearly not giving her a straight answer. The blonde villain drops a bombshell. Yoongyuk is going to use Jihai and then abandon her. Talk about cold. Poor Jihai is left reeling, completely blindsided, and honestly, this is a messed up situation. The blonde villain's laying down a threat. Jihai will die during the naval battle, and it's brutal. He asks if Jihai knows what Yoongyuk said then, and the tension is seriously building. This dude is staring intensely, and it's clear he's about to reveal something huge. Jihai is getting tossed around by the sea beast, and our boy is rushing to intercept. No way. He yells at Jihai not to worry, that it won't happen this round, and he's moving so fast. Our boy swings his sword, promising Jihai a painless death. Talk about a dark promise. Jihai is terrified, covered in blood, and honestly, she looks completely helpless. Everything goes black, and for a split second you think but no. Red energy erupts from the darkness. Something huge is happening, and it's intense. Whatever that was, it's blocking the attack, and Jihai is safe for now. Kim Namjoon is absolutely flying toward Jihai, and he unleashes a massive kick. It's a full-on aerial assault. Blonde villain is watching this whole thing unfold, smirking like he already won, and it's infuriating. Namjoon focuses, channeling even more power, and a red aura flares around him. He's going all out. He unleashes a devastating attack, shattering the sea beast's defenses, and it's a huge explosion of water and debris. But even with the beast momentarily stunned, Namjoon is still getting tossed around like a rag doll, straight up. The sea is filled with dark energy, and it's like a storm of shadows is descending. This isn't over yet. The ice cracks and splinters as Namjoon desperately tries to hold on, but it's clearly giving way. He manages to pull Jihai to safety, collapsing onto a relatively stable piece of ice. Phew, close call. Jihai is shaken, but she's already assessing the situation, looking for another way out of this mess. Namjoon is straight up freezing, admitting he almost didn't make it, but he's got that unwavering spirit. Someone else shows up. It's a mysterious figure, and he's got a serious look on his face. This dude is thanking Namjoon, calling him a trustworthy shield who saved lives countless times. High praise. We get a glimpse of the figure's foot, and he's stepping carefully on the unstable ice. Talk about tension. The blonde villain is revealed, and honestly, he's giving off major creepy vibes with that stare. He's clearly not happy to see Namjoon and Jihai alive, and a red stop message flashes. Uh-oh. The ice is shattering around them, and the blonde villain is unleashing a massive attack. It's going down. The blonde villain is straight up stomping towards them, and Namjoon's calling him out, says he hasn't changed a bit. But the monster heavy metal Khan is already swinging a massive fist, and it's about to crush a poor guy. No way, that loyal dude throws himself in front of the attack to protect Jihai. Total hero move. Monster's blow connects, and the guy is sent flying, but he's still managing to speak. He praises Jihai, saying she defended Yoongyuk until her last moment. What a legend. The loyal dude is dissolving into ash, turned to dust by the iron blood dragon's breath. So brutal. Namjoon leaps forward, trying to intercept the monster's next attack, but it's a whirlwind of power. However, the blonde villain just casually deflects Namjoon's attack. This dude is seriously strong. And the monster is still coming, launching another devastating attack. It's a total onslaught. Namjoon is trying to withstand it, but the force is immense. Bro is getting wrecked. The blonde villain casually admits he's lost a handy shield, aka the dude who just turned to dust. Namjoon is losing it, demanding to know what the villain means by that, but the blonde just smirks. The villain drops a bombshell. He says Namjoon will experience the same pain he does. And then bam, flashback to the villain lying injured, covered in blood. This dude's got a dark past. He's reeling, remembering all the terrible things he's witnessed, and it's clearly messed him up. Namjoon is confused, asking what the villain's talking about, but the blonde just says he doesn't follow. The villain's lost in his own head, haunted by the things he's seen. It's a super creepy vibe. Namjoon, still clutching his shield, looks totally lost, and honestly, so are we. The villain's face flashes on the screen. It's a flashback of him witnessing something awful. But the scene cuts to black, leaving us hanging on what exactly happened to the villain. Cliffhanger. Okay, so the villain suddenly snaps out of it and straight up grabs Namjoon's shield. He's testing its strength, and it's kinda terrifying. Okay, so things are insane right now. A massive blue dragon-like monster is wreaking havoc on the city. The monster's absolutely demolishing everything, but our boy Dokja is right there, swinging his sword at it. But wait, the monster's got someone in its grasp. It's Yoonhyung, and she looks seriously terrified. Yoonhyung's barely holding on, laughing weakly. She knows this is bad, real bad. She's bracing for the worst, fully accepting whatever's about to happen, and it's chilling, honestly. She shouts at Yoonhyuk, cursing him as she anticipates the impact. This is a family feud gone wild. The monster's closing in, jaws open, and it looks like it's about to make quick work of everything. But suddenly, a massive force slams into the monster, sending it reeling backwards. No way. Whatever hit it is huge, and the monster lets out this epic shriek, seriously rattling the scene. This is more like it. Someone or something is finally fighting back with the power this situation deserves. Dokja gets blasted backwards, straight up flying through the air. This monster doesn't play. He realizes this attack isn't meant for him right now, but for his younger self, a twisted time attack. Dokja's eyes widen, and he's clearly rattled. This is some next-level psychological warfare, bro. Suddenly, a monstrous hand reaches out of the darkness. It's huge, clawed, and super creepy. The hand connects with Dokja, and a shadowy figure starts to emerge. "Hello, past me," it says in chills. Whoa, a blinding light erupts, and we see another figure launching forward, all speed and fury. Golden energy streaks across the scene, colliding with the shadowy figure. It's an all-out assault. Someone's getting wrecked and their face is contorted in a scream. This fight is getting brutal fast. But hold up, the golden energy isn't just attacking, it's erasing this dude from existence. This is insane. Someone is actively trying to rewrite history, and Dokja is caught in the middle of it. Dokja is freaking out, demanding to know where his past self is. This is intense. Suddenly, a massive green creature, Titano, bursts onto the scene, responding to Dokja's call. The shadowy figure is getting absolutely wrecked by Titano's attack, but it's still trying to erase Dokja. This dude is a tier 6 monarch-level insect. No way, the stakes just got way higher, bro. Someone screams, questioning what's happening to Dokja, and honestly, we're all asking the same thing. Everything is a blur of green energy and chaos, but the shadowy figure is still clinging to life. Dokja is desperately searching, yelling for his past self, and the tension is killing me. The shadowy figure is fading fast, but it manages one last, creepy look before disappearing. But wait, Titano's still there, and it's focused on the shadowy figure's energy signature. Dokja's younger self is lying there, seemingly unharmed, but the scene is still super chaotic. Someone recognizes Dokja, claiming they're a companion. It's a desperate plea amidst all this chaos. But the shadowy figure is straight up gone, leaving only a fading echo and a whole lot of questions. Dokja demands to know who that was, and honestly, same. This is getting way too complicated. The screen cuts to black, building the tension, then BAM, Dokja appears looking different. We get a glimpse of his feet, bare and glowing. As he descends from above, it's a powerful image. Wait, someone asks again who that shadowy figure was. They're clearly still reeling. The camera focuses on a blonde woman, seemingly connected to the energy, looking absolutely terrified. She's radiating power, but she's also clearly shaken. What role does she play in all this? Dokja's face appears, a chilling smile spreading across his lips. Things are about to get real. Dokja's hand is glowing, channeling insane power, and honestly, it looks like he's controlling Antanas somehow. Someone realizes Dokja is controlling the queen, thinking he's using her as a minion. Wild. Dokja's energy explodes outward, and the impact is huge. Everything is shaking. The blonde woman from before is terrified, realizing the queen is being controlled. She's clearly connected somehow. Dokja reveals Antanas is the queen of the insects of Kronos that he destroyed, laying down some serious backstory. He's got this chilling smile, and you just know things are about to escalate. This dude is ruthless. The energy continues to surge, and the ground cracks beneath Dokja's feet, a massive explosion brewing. And bam, the blast hits, sending everything flying, a huge crater forming from the impact. Dokja's got the skills to tame a guide, and this blonde woman is demanding to know who Dokja is. She's flying at him, and Dokja's about to get wrecked, but wait, he's dodging. She claims he has the potential of a lord, and Dokja's straight up terrified. This is not going well. She grabs him, and he's yelling, demanding to know who Dokja is. This is intense. She's leaning in close, practically breathing down his neck, and asks him to tell her. Dokja screams at her, tell her or he'll die. No way he's giving her anything. Whoa, she's launching him forward with a massive burst of energy. This is brutal. She's sending him flying through the air, and honestly, this dude is getting tossed around like a rag doll. She's unleashing another wave of power, and it's a total explosion of energy. Everything's shaking. Dokja's still screaming, but she just wants to know who Dokja is. This is a seriously messed up interrogation. She's losing control of her power, and honestly, it's a disaster for everyone around her. She's got Guillaume hostage, squeezing him tight while demanding to know about Dokja Kim. Ouch. Dokja's furious, rushing toward them, but she just casually throws Guillaume at him. No way. She thinks she didn't control her power well, and is annoyed, like seriously. She's grinning maniacally, and Guillaume is screaming. This is getting super intense. She's about to crush Guillaume, but Dokja's pleading, asking her to just talk to him. She's squeezing tighter, and Guillaume is definitely suffering. This is brutal, bro. She's delivering a chilling goodbye to Guillaume. This is not good at all. Dokja's trying to fight her off, but she's too strong, and Guillaume is squirming for his life. And then arc, whatever that means, it's exploding onto the scene, and things are about to get wild. Wait, something's wrong. Dokja suddenly twitches, like his body isn't his own. He's freaking out, asking what's going on, convinced he's been infected by something. It can't be. Dokja realizes whatever's happening is taking over his body, and it's fast. He's completely overtaken and shouts, "What is this? This is seriously messed up." Our boy is straight up possessed, and the power surging through him is insane. Okay, so things are really bad. The captain straight up admitting he just wanted to survive too. Lightning's cracking everywhere as he speaks, like the whole world's falling apart around them. Another guy, Mister, is begging to be killed, saying he's ready. No way, this is dark. We see flashes of other people, lost and wandering, trapped in this messed up situation. Someone else is questioning if their life even deserves to be lived, and honestly, it's heartbreaking. Then bam, a huge blast of energy erupts, sending everyone flying. It's absolute chaos. The energy connects with two people, and it looks like a struggle, a desperate transfer of something. But hold up, we cut to a terrified face, and then a chilling view of someone looming over everything. It's a close-up of this mysterious figure, and the vibe is seriously unsettling, bro. The film strip imagery returns, showing those lost souls again. It's like they're all just recordings. Okay, so this dude is freaking out. He's seeing all these memories flashing by, like a movie reel gone wild. He wonders if these memories are linked to him, which is a huge realization and honestly, kinda creepy. Someone's grabbing another person's hand and it's super intense, like they're trying to share or steal something. The hand grab intensifies and the person being held is clearly struggling, resisting whatever's happening. He's begging for it to stop, saying no, this is, like he knows exactly what's going on. Then more energy explodes and it's even bigger than before, engulfing everything in blue light. The guy with the white hair is totally consumed by the energy, his face twisted in terror. This is not good. Okay, so according to the disconnected film theory, characters can coexist without shared histories, but it only applies to them. This dude is realizing something huge. What if the two films weren't supposed to be linked at all? He thinks he's the reason they connected, an outsider forcing a link, and honestly, the tension is killing me. The white-haired guy is straight up exploding with energy, cracking and screaming. It's a brutal overload. He grits his teeth trying to fight whatever's happening, but the energy just keeps surging, and it's intense. He yells at whatever is inside his head to get out, and the power intensifies, cracking his skin. Ouch. More cracks appear, and he's clearly in agony, but he's still fighting with everything he's got. Our boy is losing control, and the blue energy is consuming him, but he's still screaming to be free. He's getting totally wrecked but refuses to give up, even as everything around him falls apart. Another scream act, and this dude is clearly on the verge of collapsing, but he's still standing somehow. Yuseung is losing it, straight up exploding with power, but Juyoung yells at him to stop. The white-haired woman is crumbling, covered in blood, desperately trying to hold on. It's heartbreaking. She thinks if she can just last a little longer, the catastrophe will collapse on its own. No way. But it's too much, she's breaking apart, and the scene shifts to a chaotic, fractured room. We see a glimpse of the room falling apart around her, lines twisting into nothingness. It's a total mess. She's just standing there amidst the destruction, looking up. It's a haunting image, honestly. The room continues to disintegrate, a maze of broken lines and shattered structures so intense. Yuseung is still struggling, screaming in pain, but then he says he might be acting out of character. But the energy seems different, almost like it's responding to his confession, and things are about to get wild. Whoa, our boy is regenerating. A message pops up, body regeneration commencing intense. Lightning cracks across his back as his body rebuilds itself. It's a wild sight. But wait, a constellation is apparently bummed he didn't choose to change genders. Seriously. He's reviving, but it's not pretty. He's naked and covered in glowing cracks. Talk about a rebirth. Phew, he says, glad he revived somewhere private this time, thank goodness. The Mortal King attribute activates, and his body is healing faster than ever. Insane. His bodily waste is excreted. Okay, that's a new one, but his physique is enhanced, apparently. He's relieved his clothes and items are still there, but he's completely exposed, bro. Stats are going up, stamina and mana by 2, but they're exceeding the scenario's limits. Oh no. He hears someone call his name, Dokja, and flinches. Something is definitely wrong. Someone is questioning how he did that, straight up demanding answers, but he's got a hand over someone's mouth. He spots Lee Jihai, she's right there, and realizes he totally forgot about her. No way. A monstrous scaled arm wraps around Jihai, squeezing her tight, and she's screaming for Dokja's help. Dokja whips around, a blade flashing, and starts slicing at the monster's arm, desperate to free her. Tells Jihai he'll explain later, but honestly, later feels a long way off right now. The monster's arm is taking a beating, with slashes opening up all over its scales. It's intense. Suddenly, a figure in white appears, demanding they come with him, saying time is running out. He's carrying Jihai, and lightning is exploding all around them as they're lifted into the stormy sky. Dokja is determined to protect her, and the image is a blur of action and lightning. Wow. This dude is flying off into the storm with Jihai, and whatever is happening, it's about to get even crazier. Jihai is spiraling down, completely engulfed in lightning, and it looks straight up terrifying. She transforms into a massive, monstrous beast, a bird-like creature with huge wings. No way. The creature crashes down, creating a huge impact, and the ground cracks under its weight. Dokja tries to protect everyone, but he's getting knocked around like a rag doll. It's brutal. Someone shouts that she's dangerous, but Dokja insists he'll be fine. Classic stubborn Dokja. The monster Jihai is absolutely massive, and the lightning keeps striking around her. She's flapping those enormous wings, and honestly, the wind alone could blow them all away. Dokja is determined to stand his ground, but this is a whole other level of threat, bro. This dude is completely outmatched, but he's still trying to shield everyone from the monster. Jihai as this beast is looking right at Dokja, and you can feel the intensity in that gaze. Jihai as the beast grabs Dokja, and it's a surprisingly gentle hold. What is going on? Someone yells out asking who this creature is, but it's clear Jihai is still in there somehow. Jihai, still monstrous, asks who the heck they are. It's a confused, desperate plea. She's desperately trying to remember, and it's heartbreaking seeing this powerful beast so lost. Another person shouts about a past round, implying Jihai has been through this before. No way. Jihai's memories are flooding back, and she realizes Dokja is the one constant across all the rounds. Okay, so things are intense. A mysterious masked figure is talking to a woman with long brown hair. The woman, Dokja, is giving orders to everyone. It's clear she's taking charge right now. Dokja and a guy named Kim are heading toward a seriously scary, hulking figure, but it's not good. This massive dude, straight up a walking catastrophe, declares he won't kill it, but won't allow anyone else to either. Kim is backing Dokja, promising to support whatever decision he makes. Our boy's got people believing in him. A random guy is freaking out, questioning Dokja's plan, but honestly, he's about to get ignored. Dokja reassures a blonde dude, but is still firm about what needs to happen, no matter what. Wait, this guy suddenly remembers something important. Apparently, the catastrophe isn't what they thought. Another dude is losing it, completely shocked by the new information, like full-on meltdown mode. Dokja is staying calm, telling the blonde dude he'll do what he wants anyway, even if it's risky. The blonde dude is losing it, begging Dokja not to kill him. It's a total mess. But Dokja just laughs, asking who this guy thinks he is, cold-blooded, seriously. Suddenly, a massive figure bursts onto the scene, interrupting the tension. This dude reveals his world. The 41st round is gone, completely wiped from existence. He's been suffering for years, and now he's unleashing all that rage in a full-blown scream. We get a close-up, and bro, this guy's face is terrifying, blood dripping down his cheek. Dokja, Kim, and the brown-haired woman are all looking at the catastrophe, trying to process this. The catastrophe keeps yelling about all the pain he's endured, and honestly, it's a lot to take in. He's saying how he's suffered through everything, but Dokja isn't backing down. Dokja's just standing there, unflinching, and you know he's about to do something crazy. Dokja drops some serious truth bombs. To lose everything you love is a fate he knows all too well. He explains that all regressors live knowing what will happen. It's a heavy burden, man. This catastrophe is straight up saying he kills people before they become villains. It's messed up. But he's got a personal reason too. He's killing people to save his friends, and it's hitting hard. And the biggest reveal, he knows they don't remember him, which is a total gut punch. Dokja just stares him down, and honestly, this dude is ice cold, no reaction at all. He calmly states that all of this, the world, the people, are things that are yet to happen to him. Our boy is laying down the law, saying he'll make the choices he needs to, regardless of the cost. Hyung and the woman are reeling, trying to understand what Dokja's even talking about. Dokja finishes his thought, and it's a bleak outlook. He's living for a future that isn't even written yet. Okay, so this dude, Ui-sung, straight up tells Dokja to live as he does. It's a weird power play. Dokja's reaction, pure confusion, what? And honestly, it's the perfect response, no way he'd accept that. Ui-sung doubles down, saying he'll be the object of everyone's contempt. It's super ominous and dark. He's basically saying he's accepting all the hate, all the blame. It's a messed up sacrifice, bro. Dokja doesn't flinch and just looks at Ui-sung like he's seeing right through him. It's intense. He calmly explains that this whole situation, everything happening, hasn't happened to him yet. Dokja clarifies he's making the choices he needs to, even if it means becoming the villain, which is wild. Ui-sung and Kyung are completely lost, trying to process what Dokja's even talking about. It's a lot. Dokja finishes his thought, revealing he's living towards a future that hasn't been written. It's bleak. Kyung calls out to Ui-sung, Captain, but he's reaching for a man who's already slipping away. It's heartbreaking. Dokja just drops the bombshell. This is a new round, a new scenario, and everyone is reeling. Ui-sung, looking completely wrecked, collapses, and it's clear he's taken a massive hit. Dokja steps forward and Ui-sung calls out his name, but it's too late. He's already breaking away. He names Ui-sung and it's cold, distant, like he's acknowledging a pawn, not a comrade. Lightning erupts around Dokja and it's intense. He's absorbing the power Ui-sung offered straight up. The lightning intensifies and Ui-sung's power is being transferred, but it's clearly hurting him. Dokja declares he can't allow Ui-sung's sacrifice, and the lightning flares even brighter. It's chaotic. He's absorbing Ui-sung's power, and it's overwhelming. The energy is surging through him. Dokja is engulfed in golden light, and the power is clearly changing him. It's a transformation. The light fades and Dokja looks different, stronger, and Ui-sung's plan is unfolding, but it's messy. Someone shouts about how Dokja kept a catastrophe alive, but Dokja and a pale man insist they follow the rules. The pale man, apparently a Dokibai, is furious, demanding to know why they did it. Dokja explains they didn't break any scenario rules, but the Dokibai isn't buying it for a second. This Dokibai straight up says keeping a catastrophe alive is against the rules. Things are getting tense. He threatens to kill them if they don't stay true to the scenario, and honestly, it's a serious threat. The pale man, who looks increasingly unwell, counters that Dokja didn't do anything wrong. But the Dokibai isn't listening, his eyes glowing red, and he's clearly losing it. The Dokibai's face is getting super distorted, like seriously messed up, and he's about to snap. He's losing control, but he's also laughing. This is gonna be bad, I can feel it. Someone protests, seeing Dokja promise not to kill her, but our boy is all. I thought you said there wasn't a time limit. Dokja drops a bomb. This isn't just a side scenario, it's a main one, meaning the stakes are way higher than anyone realized. Dokibai is losing it, claiming the constellations love chaos and they're all just puppets in a game. He says they should just let the catastrophe happen, but Dokja's crew is not having it, and someone points out he's right. The pale man, seriously, he looks worse, asks what Dokja's deal is, while the Dokibai goes on about deciding who's good and evil. Dokja insists they aren't pushing anything, but the Dokibai is clearly unhinged, and things are about to explode. The Dokibai declares they're in control of when the catastrophe ends, and honestly, it's a power play. Ui-sung is just there, looking confused, while the Dokibai continues to rant about constellations and their whims. The Dokibai is practically vibrating with energy, and you can feel the tension building. This is gonna be huge. But wait, Dokja reveals they didn't break any rules, and it's a total power move to throw this Dokibai off balance. So Dokja's praising Kim Dokja's performance, saying he's a real showman, a total twist after all the fighting. Kim Dokja straight up agrees, saying violence isn't the only way to entertain, and this white-haired dude is listening intently. This dude, apparently named Constellation, laughs and asks if Kim Dokja has already thought several steps ahead, like he's plotting something huge. Kim Dokja reveals he's been trying to get the constellations to side with him by saving Yuseon, who's about to face a catastrophe. He used specific wording to avoid the Star Stream's censorship, because apparently everything is monitored and controlled. He's rooted for his own rebellion and made them pity the situation he's in, a total manipulation play, honestly. Kim Dokja explains he's changing the direction of this whole scenario, and we get a glimpse of what looks like a phone screen. All of this scheming is so he can rewrite the story, altering the fate of everyone involved, and it's intense. In the world of the star stream, the only way to change things is when the constellations want a different outcome. And now the constellations are showing their support, but they want Kim Dokja to decide what happens next, putting all the pressure on our boy. Dokgek straight up calls Kim Dokja the most intelligent and dangerous incarnation he knows. High praise, honestly. He adds that Kim Dokja's intelligence will be his downfall, which is a seriously ominous warning. Kim Dokja just smirks, telling the constellations he's ready to rewrite everything, and it's a power move. Suddenly, Yuseon Shin gets possessed by a Dakibai, and a message pops up saying control of the catastrophe is transferred. No way, the scenario's changing and Yuseon is glowing with purple energy. This is getting wild. Yuseon's grinning like a maniac and the energy around him is intensifying. It's a total personality shift. A notification reveals a mid-grade Dakibai intervened, and honestly, it's a total plot twist. The message clarifies the catastrophe of floods is now under Yuseon's control thanks to a contract. Everyone's shocked, especially Kim Dokja, and he lets out a little, because this wasn't part of the plan. But Kim Dokja is already calculating his next move, and bro is definitely not panicking, even though everything's chaos. Yuseon's body starts warping and twisting, and it's seriously unsettling, like he's being rebuilt from the inside out. Kim Dokja yells wait, but Yuseon is already transforming, engulfed in purple energy and chains. This dude Yuseon is completely overtaken, and a terrifying voice booms, demanding the contract be fulfilled. The voice reveals the catastrophe is now the cogwheel of scenarios. Whatever that means, it sounds bad. Kim Dokja is shocked, realizing this wasn't in the original story, and wonders what's happening. Yuseon's transformation intensifies and the energy explodes outward. It's a total power-up sequence. Everything is purple chaos, and we see glimpses of a monstrous form taking shape around Yuseon. The new being screams, and it's clear this isn't Yuseon anymore. He's something else entirely. Kim Dokja is reeling, trying to understand what just happened, but the scenario has changed dramatically. The monstrous figure lets out a chilling roar, and honestly, this is a whole new level of messed up. Kim Dokja explains scenario enforcement. It's controlling the whole story, like a god mode power. But it's barely used because it's too overpowered, breaking the rules of what's possible. Suddenly, constellations are going wild, hyped about how this scenario is unfolding, and it's all thanks to Kim Dokja. The monstrous Yuseon unleashes a torrent of purple energy, chains erupting everywhere. It's a full-blown spectacle. The constellations are straight up agreeing with the change in direction, and it's infuriating Kim Dokja. He's reeling, demanding to know why they've turned their backs on him. What did he do? Kim Dokja's absolutely furious, realizing the constellations have sided against him, and it's a total betrayal. This dude is losing it, screaming damn it, and questioning why the constellations abandoned him. The monstrous being continues its transformation, completely consuming Yuseon in purple chaos. Kim Dokja is stunned, grappling with the shift in the scenario, and everything just feels wrong. Okay, so the little monster, that's Byeon, is straight up telling Kim Dokja he thought he could control the constellations. Kim Dokja is shocked, demanding to know why the constellations are acting so weird, since all the messages seemed positive. But get this, they call him arrogant incarnation. Apparently, his reputation is way worse than he thought. Byeon drops a bomb. Humans only believe what they want to believe, and the constellations are reacting to Dokja's choices. It turns out a bunch of constellations have already retracted their support for our boy, and Dokja is reeling, big time. He realizes he's been tricked, that not all constellations send messages through the chat, and things are spiraling. Dokja admits he used a cheap trick to cancel the special event, but he thought he could pull it off. However, the smarter constellations already figured it out, and Byeon's channel has a hard limit of 999 subscribers. They played along with his scenario just to see where it was going, and Dokja is utterly floored by this revelation. It's a total betrayal, and Kim Dokja's face says it all. He's completely lost and questioning everything. Yuseon's transformation is complete. He's a monstrous beast, and Kim Dokja is trying to hold him back. Everyone's scrambling, yelling at Dokja to run, but he's determined to stop Yuseon, no matter what. Dokja's trying to reason with Yuseong, but it's clear this isn't the friend he knows anymore. Yuseong is absolutely enraged, teeth bared and eyes glowing. This dude is feral. Dokja draws his sword, bracing himself, and the ground starts cracking under the pressure. He shouts at Younghyuk to wait, but it's too late. The barrier around Yuseong is shattering. Dokja declares the scenario a failure, and honestly, it feels like a massive understatement. He's dashing forward trying to protect someone, but the cracks are spreading everywhere. Dokja grabs the girl, trying to get her out of harm's way. He's a surprisingly protective bro. The situation is dire, and this whole thing is a total mess, but Dokja is not giving up. Dokja is screaming at everyone to not touch the kid, and straight up intercepts a swing meant for her. He's laying down the law, harm her, and he'll never forgive them. It's a serious threat. Dokja declares there's no other way, and they're going to give the constellations the scenario they want. He's grabbing the girl, pulling her close, while a massive, shadowy figure rises behind them. Dokja's got a steely look, and he believes they can actually defeat this catastrophe. Ambitious much. But wait, another kid shows up, looking terrified, yelling about who is after him. What is going on? Everything goes black, like completely dark. Seriously, what a cliffhanger. Dokja thinks there was hope, even if it was just for a moment, and that's rough. We get a glimpse of the group, the kids, the blonde woman, and our boy Dokja, but it's all washed out and bleak. Honestly, this whole situation is a mess, and I'm stressing with everyone else. The girl looks up at Dokja, asking if this means they don't have to give up on the world. Talk about a heavy question. But then a booming voice cuts through the darkness, fulfill the contract, and honestly, that's terrifying. Dokja's staring straight ahead, determined, and it's clear he's accepting whatever deal this voice is offering, no matter the cost. Okay, so things are intense right now. A massive power is exploding around our boy, like a shockwave of pink energy. He's going full-on God mode, surrounded by what looks like broken wings, seriously leveling up his abilities. No way, he's unlocked a new skill, the Time of Judgment, and it's already at level 5. That's insane. This dude is getting a serious power-up, able to absorb the skills of other characters, straight up stealing their abilities. But it's not just power. A massive, shadowy figure is looming, and it's clearly not happy about this upgrade. He takes a step forward, completely unfazed, while that huge beast just towers over him, and honestly, it's terrifying. Everything is exploding in red energy, chains are flying, and it's a total chaotic mess. A full-blown showdown is happening. He's drawing some kind of sword, and it's glowing with that same red energy, ready to face whatever this monster throws at him. However, the monster isn't backing down, and it's unleashing a torrent of dark energy, trying to overwhelm our boy. He stands firm, sword raised, completely ready to use that new skill and take this thing head on. This is gonna be epic. Okay, so the constellations are straight up agreeing with his skill usage. That's a good sign, right? He activates the Time of Judgment, and it's all happening so fast. The world is glitching out. PUN turns into push and then shine. It's like a code being broken, revealing something huge. The light intensifies, and now it's shine through. This is getting seriously intense and trippy. But the monster isn't just standing there, it's reacting to the attack, trying to block it with dark energy. However, our boy is pushing through, channeling all that power into a single, devastating strike. The monster's eye is the focal point, and it's glowing with a sinister light. This is where it's all going down. Delivers the blow, and the screen glitches, distorting everything. It's a chaotic explosion of power. The monster is reeling, but it's not down yet, and honestly, this fight is far from over. He's stepping forward, and it hits him. He feels what Huiwen felt fighting all those battles, and it's brutal. He's dashing in, sword extended, cutting through the monster's energy like it's nothing. No way. The monster tries to retaliate, but our boy is already moving, a blur of speed and determination. He's leaping toward the monster, and the sword is aimed right for its eye. This is it, the final blow. The sword connects, and the monster's head snaps back, but it's still conscious, still fighting. This dude is enraged, screaming as blood sprays everywhere, but he doesn't flinch. He's going for another strike. He swings again, a red arc of energy cleaving through the air. The monster is trying to defend, but it's too late. Another slash lands, and the monster is visibly wounded, its face a mask of pain, and honestly, this dude had it coming. The monster's reeling, clutching its wound, but it's not going down easily. It's still lashing out. He's got the monster cornered, sword raised for the final strike, but something feels off, like this isn't over yet. Apparently, this skill offers absolute protection to the archangels and never loses effectiveness against evil targets. But the monster's still standing, and he's unleashing a wave of power at our boy. This isn't looking good. He tries to use his skill to counter, but the monster's power overwhelms it. No way, it's failing. He's down, covered in wounds, and the monster is looming over him, grinning like a maniac. This is seriously bad. However, he's not giving up, forcing himself to stand and glare back at the monster with those glowing red eyes. He unleashes a massive burst of energy, a purple wave erupting from his body, straight up devastating. The monster is blasted away, screaming, and the whole area is engulfed in light. This dude is going all out. He's unleashing a terrifying power, and the monster is taking the brunt of it. It's actually working. The monster tries to retaliate with a massive stomp, cracking the ground and sending shards flying everywhere. But our boy isn't backing down, he's pushing forward, even as the monster's attacks keep coming. He's dodging and weaving, barely avoiding the monster's claws. This is some serious skill right here. The monster is losing control, thrashing wildly as the energy continues to overwhelm it. It's beautiful chaos. He's driving the monster back, forcing it to retreat and stumble. The tables are turning fast. But the monster isn't defeated yet. It's morphing, growing even more monstrous and terrifying. It's becoming this huge, shadowy beast with glowing red eyes, and honestly, it's straight up nightmare fuel. The monster lets out a deafening roar, and the whole area shakes. This is its final stand for sure. The guy watching all this is panicking, realizing just how much stronger the monster is getting. Oh no. Everyone's yelling for an attack, and this dude with the sword is leading the charge. It's total chaos. Someone else is urging everyone to fight off the monsters pouring through the gate. It's a full-scale invasion. A guy with a shield is bracing for impact as a massive monster lunges, its mouth wide open, no time for selfies. A woman shouts she'll hold back the catastrophe, then dashes forward, looking determined as heck. She's moving at lightning speed, leaving orange energy trails. This woman is a blur. But another guy is getting absolutely wrecked, thrown back by some unseen force. Ouch, that looks painful. Monster roars and someone yells, "Who is it? Seriously, who's causing all this trouble?" A mysterious figure steps out of the green light, and honestly, we have no clue who this is. He's unleashing another massive burst of power, and it's hitting the monster hard. This fight is insane. The monster is reeling, but it's still standing. This is far from over, bro. Someone realizes he's used resuscitation. No way is he bringing people back from the dead. Yoongyuk figures out Yuseung's soul is pawned to a demon, and it's straight up terrifying. Apparently she gave her soul to a dakibai. Talk about a bad deal, bro. Someone asks how much time is left, and this dude replies with just 30 minutes, pressure's on. He fires off a massive blast, and it connects with the monster, creating a huge explosion boom. The monster transforms into something else. It's growing spikes and looks absolutely enraged. This thing is getting bigger and more monstrous, unleashing a wave of purple energy. It's huge. The monster roars, showing off its terrifying teeth. Seriously, that's a nightmare fuel right there. Our boy steps forward, looking determined as ever. He's ready to face this thing head on. He shouts, "Let's go," and charges into battle. This dude doesn't back down from anything. He's laughing, straight up enjoying the chaos as he clashes with the monster. This dude is a menace. Both fighters unleash massive energy blasts, creating a huge explosion. It's like a supernova, bro. Someone yells out that many constellations are going crazy. The power levels are off the charts. The monster is covered in purple energy, growing more and more unstable. It's reaching its limit. He keeps pushing forward, dodging the monster's attacks with incredible speed. Our boy is a machine. The monster unleashes another wave of power, but he just cuts right through it. No sweat for this guy. He's now completely surrounded by swirling purple energy. It's like a vortex of destruction. The energy coalesces into a terrifying form around him, spikes and shadows everywhere. It's intense. He declares this is the scenario he's been waiting for, and honestly, he sounds a little too excited. Okay, so things are insane right now. Dokja's letting loose, fully embracing the darkness within him. He's basically unleashing a monstrous avatar, and it's terrifyingly powerful, honestly. It's all tendrils and teeth. He's screaming at someone to stop him, but it feels like he's already lost control, like he's begging for a way out. Yu Young-hyuk is trying to protect him, swinging his spear like a madman, but this power, it's on another level. Dokja's completely consumed, eyes glowing purple, teeth bared. This dude is straight up feral right now. But wait, there's more. Apparently some powerful constellations are watching everything unfold, like cosmic spectators. Constellations of war are paying attention to his bravery, but honestly, is it bravery or just a death wish? Yu Young-hyuk keeps fighting, desperately trying to shield Dokja from the swirling darkness, but it's a losing battle. Dokja's avatar is growing, becoming this massive, terrifying force, and the whole place is starting to fall apart. Everything's escalating so fast, it's a total chaos of blades, shadows, and a desperate fight for survival. Yu Young-hyuk is getting sliced to ribbons, but he's still trying to hold the line against Dokja's dark side. Dokja's avatar is unleashing these massive, shadowy blades, and Yu Young-hyuk is taking the brunt of it. Ouch. No way, someone's pulling a gun on Dokja, trying to end this madness, but it's like shooting at a hurricane. The avatar just swats the attack away, and the force sends Yu Young-hyuk flying. This is brutal. Dokja's clutching his arm, bleeding like crazy, and looks absolutely horrified by what he's become. But wait, it gets worse. The avatar is tearing through Yu Young-hyuk, and it's intense, honestly. He's desperately trying to fight through the pain, but the damage is severe, straight up catastrophic. Dokja's avatar is going full supernova, unleashing a wave of dark energy, and everything is getting wrecked. And now a timer pops up, 30 seconds until whatever's boosting Dokja's power wears off. Talk about pressure. The avatar is collapsing in on itself, a swirling vortex of darkness, and it's about to explode. Dokja's avatar is losing control, straight up ripping apart the building around them, and honestly, it's terrifying. Yu Young-hyuk throws a shield up, desperately trying to protect himself and someone else, but the energy is overwhelming. We see feet dangling from the crumbling skyscraper. Things are falling apart fast, and people are plummeting. Both Dokja and Yu Young-hyuk are sent flying, tumbling through the wreckage as the building continues to disintegrate. Dokja's avatar is ranting about being unstoppable, coughing between words, but he looks like he's barely holding it together. He's a mess, eyes glowing purple, hair wild, completely consumed by this power. It's a scary sight, bro. Yu Young-hyuk screams at him to stop, begging Dokja to fight back, but it's like talking to a monster. Dokja's avatar unleashes a massive blast of energy, and it's a direct hit. Everything is exploding. Yu Young-hyuk is getting completely obliterated, but he's still trying to reach out to do something. But Dokja's avatar just stares him down, saying he's no match. This dude is spiraling, and it's heartbreaking. Dokja's voice cracks over the comms. He's saying he'll be there soon, but he sounds rough. The ground buckles under someone's weight, cracking and crumbling like it's nothing. It's intense. Someone's running, apologizing for being late, and honestly, it's a bit too late for apologies. This figure with wild hair and glowing eyes is stepping over debris. It's Dokja, and he's terrifying. Someone with a gun approaches, telling people to rest, but this dude is clearly about to do the opposite. Dokja raises this massive glowing sword, declaring he'll end the scenario for everyone. No way. He's standing on a pile of broken stone, looking down with those crazy red eyes. Our boy is a menace. More of the shattered ground, showing just how much force Dokja is unleashing right now. Up close, Dokja's face is all kinds of menacing. That stare could kill you instantly. He's fully embracing the role of the villain, and it's a total power move, but also super scary. Ji-won arrives and someone shouts she made it just in time. Thank goodness. But Dokja reveals Ji-won as his last card, Judge of Evil, and honestly, that's terrifying. Ji-won's getting ready, and you can see the power building up around her. She starts to move, her hand glowing, and it looks like she's about to unleash something huge. Slide flashes across the screen. She's fast, bro, really fast. Then flare explodes, a blinding light engulfs everything, and it's intense. Ji-won draws a sword, and it's radiating this crazy red energy. It's a serious weapon. Someone realizes what's happening. It's Huiwen's supporting constellation, and Dokja knows it all too well. They explain this power is the blistering white flame that punishes evildoers. Heavy stuff. And get this, it's on par with the prisoner of the golden headband stigma, making it one of the most powerful in the world. Hueyun straight up activates Flames of Hell, level 1, and the power is immediately insane. Someone, a constellation called Scribe of Heaven, tells her to stay silent, like they know what's coming. Dokja smirks, realizing this is exactly what he's been waiting for, and it's kinda creepy tbh. Another constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, watches with sad eyes. Something's definitely up. Dokja calls out Archangel Uriel, declaring her a worthy opponent. This is about to get intense. He's fully embracing the villain role, and Hueyun's responding in kind. It's a battle of wills. But Uriel isn't holding back. A monstrous foot slams down, radiating purple energy. No way. The purple energy explodes outwards, forming this massive, terrifying shape. It's like a nightmare come to life. Hueyun jumps into action, launching herself toward Uriel, sword blazing with red flames. The clash is immediate, and the energy is off the charts. This is a fight for the ages, bro. Uriel's attack is relentless, and Hueyun's getting overwhelmed, but she's holding on barely. Dokja jumps in front of Hueyun, taking the brunt of the attack. What a move, risking it all. He's shielding her with some kind of dark energy, and it's absorbing the impact. Insane. But Uriel isn't finished. She's unleashing another wave of power, even more destructive than before. Dokja's power is reacting, building up, and constellations are gifting him coins, like a ton of them. Constellations are watching, pitying him, and another one, the secretive plotter, is taking notes. Dokja's transforming, going full villain mode, and Hueyun's looking at him like, what is happening? The energy erupts, a massive explosion of purple and red, and the constellations are stunned. Uriel's attack is countered, and the force of it sends them both flying. This is a clash of titans. The impact creates a shockwave, and honestly, this battle is straight up destroying everything. Dokja straight up stabs Uriel, a brutal move that sends blood splattering everywhere. Uriel's reeling, face contorted in a terrifying grin. She's enjoying this, no way. She's laughing even as she's wounded, and Dokja's power is surging, looking absolutely menacing. Dokja stands silhouetted against the chaos, radiating dark energy. He's fully embraced the villain role. Okay, so things are bad. This dude is straight up asking if he's about to die, and honestly, it's looking likely. The battle is over and a beast lord is down, but it wasn't a normal wound that took her out. It was hellfire, which is intense. Our boy is leveling up his omniscient reader ability, and it's increasing his immersion in the story, whatever that means. He's walking toward the fallen beast lord, and it's a seriously dramatic shot with his coat billowing behind him. The beast lord is talking about being glad she came, glad she did what the captain told her. Sounds like a sacrifice play. He's thinking about how things might change this time, but also admitting he really doesn't want to die. Relatable. Another beast lord is down, and it's a messy scene, but our boy is walking right into the chaos, no hesitation. This little creature is asking for a dramatic rant since they're about to die, and honestly, I'm here for it. The constellations are reacting to all this. Some agree with the plan, others are straight up dissatisfied. Classic. He's walking forward, determined to change things, and the stakes are so high right now, you can feel it. Okay, so the priest is laying into this demon, demanding to know who helped him get here. The demon's got a wild look in his eye, like he's enjoying this interrogation a little too much. He casually admits he doesn't hate the priest enough to kill him, which is a choice. The demon's asking for a favor, a question, and it's clear this isn't a friendly chat. The priest is losing it, literally baring his teeth, but the demon just smirks. He wants to know who the demon was working with to cross between worlds, and the tension is insane. The demon is playing coy, refusing to spill, and it's driving our boy absolutely crazy. The demon finally demands the priest tell him something, and it's a huge power move. He wishes he could hear it just once. It's a heartbreaking admission, and we're starting to feel bad for this dude. The priest is getting desperate, and honestly, this whole scene is giving me chills. Someone asks if he's heard of the demon of the horizon, and this dude just casually says he knows the name. But the priest drops a bomb. No matter how hard you try, you can't defeat this demon, seriously. Suddenly, someone shouts, "Young." It's clear someone's in trouble, and it's happening fast. A woman appears looking totally wrecked, and she's reaching for our boy, but things are wrong. He grabs her hand, and she's radiating this dark energy. It's super unsettling, honestly. Her eyes are wild and intense, like she's completely lost control, and it's terrifying to witness. The demon's power is exploding outwards, a swirling mass of darkness, and it's overwhelming. This dude's face is inches from hers, and he looks completely shocked by what's happening. No way. She's whispering, pleading, and it's heartbreaking. She wants him to hear her voice just once. The demon smirks, and it's clear he's enjoying the chaos, straight up reveling in it. He's reaching for her, trying to pull her back, but she's fading away. It's heartbreaking, bro. She's pleading with him, desperate for him to hear her, and it's messing with his head. The demon of the horizon is straight up mocking them both, enjoying this twisted little scene. Someone's trying to restrain our boy, but he shakes them off. He needs to reach her. He finally grabs her hand, and a surge of power explodes outwards, engulfing them both. The demon's energy is tearing her apart, and she's looking at him with these desperate, pleading eyes. She asks if it's really him, and honestly, it's a gut punch. We feel her pain. Suddenly, another guy dives in, trying to pull our boy away, but it might be too late. This dude's eyes are glowing, and he's unleashing some serious power. It's a total shift in energy. He's fighting back against the demon, protecting her, and it's an epic showdown, seriously. He's clenching his fist, a chilling smile spreading across his face. Something's about to go down. Massive energy swirls around them, and it's seriously intense, like a storm brewing. He and the blonde are staring into the chaos, and she's clearly terrified. This isn't good. She's screaming, reaching for him, and it's heartbreaking. She's losing it, bro. Everyone around them is crying, but another guy just wants them to cry too. What a creep. A mysterious figure emerges from the darkness, and he's giving off major villain vibes. A fluffy creature floats forward, looking desperate, and it's pleading with our boy. No way. This dude's got fangs and is straight up threatening to do it himself. Talk about a mood swing. The fluffy creature looks back at the villain, and it's a tense standoff, seriously. He says, if you won't, I'll do it myself, and it's a total power play. This is getting wild. The system is calculating rewards after the battle, but honestly, it feels like a formality at this point. She's barely holding on, collapsing as others stare, but Yuseung's suddenly there to catch her. Total hero move. A mysterious man steps forward, looking down on everyone, and he's radiating pure menace. This dude is trouble. The little fluffy creatures float around, freaking out about this new arrival, calling him Dakibai. What's the deal with them? Someone's shocked, staring at the scene unfolding, and you can tell they are realizing just how dangerous everything is. She's screaming for Yuseung to wait, desperately trying to warn him, but he's already moving forward, no listening to reason. Blue energy explodes around them, a massive surge of power, and it's seriously overwhelming. Hold on tight. He's pulling her back, shielding her from the blast, and it's a really intense moment. He's putting himself on the line. The energy is coalescing into these glowing blue blocks, swirling around them, and it's like they're trapped inside a digital storm. More blue energy bursts forth, and it's like a digital shield forming around them. But what's the cost? Yuseung unleashes a massive burst of power, blue energy exploding all around him. It's seriously intense. The Dakibai enforcers are shocked, staring at Yuseung as he unleashes this incredible attack. Blue energy forms these huge protective walls around Yuseung and the girl, but it looks like it's draining him. More energy erupts, creating a digital shield, but it's clearly a huge strain on our boy. He's pushing himself hard. He's shielding the girl with his body, absorbing the brunt of the energy. Total knight in shining armor move. Sparks fly everywhere as the energy intensifies, surrounding them in a dazzling blue storm. No way. The enforcers are stunned, watching the scene unfold, realizing Yuseung is far more powerful than they thought. Okay, so things are bad. Someone's about to be handed over to the enforcers, straight up. The city is wrecked, total chaos, but honestly, this dude brought it on himself. This powerful being is laying down the law, and it's not pretty. Demotion and achievement annulment. He's getting demoted to a low-grade Dakibai, and all his hard work is getting wiped. Ouch. We get a quick look at the guy getting punished, looking all smug, and honestly, it's annoying. He's demanding to know what he did wrong, but the enforcer isn't having it at all. This dude claims he ended the scenario perfectly, but the enforcer is about to prove him wrong. He points to the constellations, saying they're all having fun, but it's a total deflection. The enforcer lays it out. He didn't break any rules, he just followed the constellations' agreement. And now he's blaming the streamers. Like seriously, this guy is unbelievable. So the enforcers are ex-constellations who messed up and got turned into Dakibai. Talk about a fall from grace. Paul claims he ended the scenario cleanly, but the enforcer says breaking plausibility comes with consequences. He's all like, as long as the constellations are happy, but honestly, he's missing the point. The enforcer is straight up roasting him, telling him to look at himself and his actions. Suddenly, Paul is getting blasted with energy. It's the aftermath of breaking plausibility, and it looks painful. He's freaking out, asking why he's suffering the effects, but the enforcer isn't backing down. The enforcer lays it on thick. Paul had the chance to finish the scenario without needing enforcement. And then a group of people appear, seemingly enjoying the whole chaotic situation. It's a refreshing turn of events, apparently. They're all staring down at Paul, who's still struggling, and one of them asks why he stopped everything. Our boy is totally messed up, and it's clear this isn't over. This whole situation is about to explode. Paul's getting absolutely demolished, energy blasts flying everywhere. It's brutal, bro. He's screaming, demanding to know why he's the one suffering, but the enforcer just calls him a fool. The enforcer's laying down the truth. Paul could have finished the scenario cleanly, avoiding all this. A bunch of figures appear watching the beatdown, and one asks why Paul stopped everything, so cold. Paul's completely wrecked, and these onlookers are just enjoying it. No way this is over. This enforcer is floating, radiating power, and straight up threatening to erase Paul from existence. He's yelling about consequences and how Paul messed with plausibility. It's a full-on lecture. Paul tries to argue, but the enforcer unleashes another blast, silencing him instantly. Ouch. The enforcer says he'll show Paul what true power looks like, and honestly, this dude had it coming. He's screaming this can't be, as the enforcer's eyes glow red. This is about to get seriously intense. The enforcer declares Paul will go with them, and the threat is thick, like seriously menacing. But before anyone can react, a tiny figure floats into view, yelling that this whole situation doesn't make sense. The little guy insists Paul's superior wouldn't allow this, claiming they're making a mistake, and honestly, he's got a point. Suddenly, massive armored hands descend, attempting to grab Paul. It's a full-on ambush. Someone shouts, "Wait, hold on," but it's almost too late as the hands close in, and Paul is about to get snatched up. The enforcer, towering over everyone, is radiating power, and a group of figures stand before him. It's intense. A man steps forward, looking roughed up but determined, facing the enforcer alongside a blonde woman. The enforcer warns them about the third punishment, hinting at something truly awful awaiting Paul. Paul's little buddy is still protesting, but the enforcer is clearly not backing down. This is escalating quickly. Our boy looks determined despite being roughed up and seems ready to face whatever comes next, but will it be enough? Paul straight up offers 100,000 coins to upgrade to platinum. He's throwing money at the problem. The enforcer asks why Paul even bothered calling them, and Paul demands a private meeting with Dokja. The enforcer is silent for a beat, then drops the bomb. Private meetings are for platinum members only. Paul is losing it, demanding to know how an incarnation isn't already platinum. This is getting heated. He pulls up the Dokja shop menu, and it's a wall of text, so many options, it's overwhelming. The enforcer is clearly annoyed, but Paul's not backing down. He's playing a dangerous game. Paul's little buddy is still furiously typing away on his tablet, probably researching loopholes. The enforcer is silent again, seemingly considering Paul's request. The tension is building. However, the enforcer's eyes glow, and it looks like Paul's request is about to be granted. The enforcer's gaze is intense. It's a platinum membership, but at what cost? Paul demands a private meeting with the mid-grade Dokja. Paul, talk about a power move. The enforcer is silent, then reveals they do have the person Paul wants to speak with. No way, it's the mysterious masked figure we've seen lurking around, and he's huge. This dude is radiating power, with glowing blue energy crackling around him. Intimidating, doesn't even cover it. He steps forward, and Paul looks absolutely shocked, realizing this isn't going to be a simple chat. The enforcer, still towering over everything, lets the masked figure take the lead. Things are shifting fast. The figure's eyes glow red, and it's clear he's not messing around. This is a serious confrontation. Paul is clearly rattled, but he's trying to hold his ground, staring straight into those glowing red eyes. The enforcer seems to be enjoying this, almost like he's orchestrated the whole thing. Sneaky. However, the masked figure's expression is unreadable, and he's definitely the one in control right now. The enforcer lays down the rules. They're giving Paul 20 minutes for this private meeting, no more. Suddenly, everything shifts and they're not in the prison anymore. They are in some kind of digital space. Paul and the masked figure float amidst a glowing, grid-like city, but this isn't a sightseeing tour. This dude is straight up falling, spiraling down through the digital landscape, while the figure just stands there. Paul manages to stabilize himself, but he looks totally disoriented. This whole situation is wild. The masked figure descends slowly, radiating power, and it's clear he's still in complete control of this space. Our boy Paul tries to get a read on the situation, cautiously observing the figure as they approach each other. The figure's eyes glow even brighter, and it's like he's scanning Paul, super creepy honestly. However, the figure isn't saying a word, just observing Paul with that intense, unwavering stare. And just like that, the figure's eyes narrow. This meeting is about to get real intense, bro. Okay, so the figure straight up asks Paul if he wants revenge for that catastrophe, heavy stuff. Paul's face darkens and he confirms he does want vengeance, but the figure doesn't even flinch. No way, the figure suddenly lunges, drawing a blade and aiming right for Paul's neck. Paul barely manages to raise his arm to block, but that blade cuts deep, leaving a nasty gash. But hold up, the figure isn't trying to kill Paul, just mark him. This is getting weirder by the second. Okay, so Dakibai is being a total jerk and our boy is furious. He's vowing revenge straight up. He's confronting Dakibai, but this dude is clearly way stronger, radiating this dark, creepy energy. Dakibai looks terrified, clutching at someone's arm, clearly realizing he messed with the wrong guy. Our boy throws a punch and Dakibai goes flying. It's brutal, but honestly, this dude had it coming. But hold up, apparently there are rules and our boy gets 500 coins deducted as a penalty. Seriously. Everyone's yelling at him to stop, saying it's pointless, but he's not listening. He's too focused on payback. Dakibai is getting absolutely wrecked, and his friends are trying to intervene, screaming for him to stop. Dakibai coughs up blood, begging our boy to stop, saying this won't get him anywhere, but our boy isn't hearing it. He's stomping on the ground, seemingly dismissing the coins, like I don't care about the penalty. Our boy is completely unhinged and is still going for it, no matter the cost. This is getting intense. He's straight up lecturing Dakibai about humans finding purpose in pointless things. It's a weird flex, honestly. Dakibai gets gifted 500 coins, but our boy immediately returns them. He's not about the handouts. This dude declares he isn't putting on a show, which is a clear warning. Things are about to get real. He's gripping Dakibai so hard, and Dakibai is begging for mercy. It's brutal and messy. Our boy is relentless, stomping down and demanding to know where Yusyum's soul is. No chill at all. He's squeezing Dakibai's face, and honestly, it's terrifying, but Dakibai deserves it. Dakibai is screaming for him to stop, but our boy just wants answers, no matter the cost. But wait, the constellations are reacting, with the prisoner of the golden headband totally flustered. And the demonic judge of fire is touched by his actions. No way, this is getting complicated. He asks where Yusyum's soul is again, and the background is just this swirling cosmic mess. The meeting with Dakibai ends, and our boy immediately pulls a shocked Jiwoo along with him. No time to waste. He's dragging Jiwoo through the crowd, and Dakibai is clearly furious, demanding to know if he bribed everyone. Our boy casually admits he did, but Dakibai points out he already spent a ton of coins. This dude is wild. He flashes a cocky grin, declaring he's got plenty more coins, and Dakibai is losing it, absolutely losing it. Dakibai claims he doesn't know where Yusyung is, but our boy doesn't believe him for a second. The pressure is on. Suddenly, the contract falls into Dakibai's hands, and everything starts glowing. What's happening? Dakibai reveals that because our boy borrowed power from the archangels, their contract has been nullified. No way. He's demanding to know what Dakibai is hiding, but Dakibai just repeats he doesn't know anything. But Dakibai's face is totally messed up, and he's clearly lying. This dude is a terrible liar. The scene fades, and it's clear our boy's actions have seriously messed with Dakibai's plans. Things are escalating fast. Dakibai is sending Yusyung's soul into the labyrinth of the worlds, cold-blooded straight up. Two shadowy figures appear above the vortex, and a weird pig-like creature is down below. What is going on? A system message pops up, reward calculation delayed due to a scenario error. Oh, that never sounds good. The little penguin, Uriel, says he won't be able to contact anyone while visiting the administration. Mysterious. Our boy stares into the vortex and declares there's no one left to object to his next move. Creepy. Sparks fly and crackle all around the vortex. It's seriously intense right now. He and a group of people are staring up at the swirling chaos. They're all clearly shocked. But he's not worried. He's got a plan, and it involves using this messed up situation to his advantage. However, this whole scenario error thing feels like a trap, and our boy is walking right into it. Okay, so our boy asks if they can summon Lover of the Abandoned Labyrinth, a seriously powerful being. The woman, Sangha, looks totally wrecked and just repeats the name, Sangha, like she's in pain. He's promising Sangha something using a skill called Sentiments of the Beast King. It's a complicated deal. But he assures her she won't die, which honestly doesn't sound super comforting at this point. He's reaching out to this shadowy, dissolving figure. It's Sangha, and it looks bad. She says she can be revived, and he's done it twice already, but it's not easy. He admits he doesn't know how long it'll take, but he'll wait as long as she doesn't give up. Our boy is seriously laying it all on the line. He's willing to go to extreme lengths for her. He says he'll help her, and that's a promise. It's intense, and you can feel the weight of it. However, it's clear he's hiding something, and this whole situation is way more than meets the eye. Okay, so if Yuxing's soul enters the labyrinth of the worlds, she's gone for good, straight up unrevivable. But there's a loophole. All souls pass through the afterlife, no matter where they are from, which gives our boy an idea. He's thinking he can strike a deal with a constellation connected to the afterlife, Olympus to be exact. This blonde woman appears, radiating power, and announces she's the one he needs to make a deal with. She's laying down the rules. She can bring Yuxing back, but it'll cost him. He asks to make a deal now, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. She's definitely sizing him up, questioning if he's worthy of her help. This woman's giving off major I'm in charge vibes, and honestly, we love to see it. She's all confident and powerful, and you know this deal isn't going to be simple. Our boy is totally playing it cool, but you can tell he's bracing for a serious negotiation. She says it's time to hold up her end of the bargain, a second promise, and straight up unleashes a storm of energy. This blonde is covered in golden lightning, and it's honestly terrifying, but she doesn't even flinch. Dokja steps forward, trying to get her attention, and asks her to listen for a second. Something's clearly about to go down. Someone else is watching, looking totally devastated, and wonders what harsh things this blonde said to make her so sad. We learn she told them her father, the rich man, isn't someone she can rely on, which is a brutal reveal. Dokja's friend is clearly shocked, and you can see the weight of that information hitting him hard. He's looking at something on the floor, broken pieces of stone. This is getting weird. And then it hits us. She's been crying, silently shedding a tear while making this deal. No way. Her expression is so intense, so determined, but also so vulnerable. This is a complex character for sure. She's ready to make this deal, and Dokja's about to find out exactly what the cost will be. Dokja's questioning if reviving someone is even possible, but the woman overhears and realizes he's talking about Yuxing. She points out that bringing back the dead is impossible, and if he could do it without consequences, that's a big if. We get a flashback to a hospital scene. It's grim, bodies everywhere, and people desperately trying to save lives. Dokja explains he has the powers of the king of no killing, and that's why he's even considering this crazy plan. He believes he can somehow retrieve Yuxing's soul, but he cuts the conversation short, refusing to reveal more. Dokja's friend is clearly devastated, and you can see the weight of that information hitting him hard. She's ready to make this deal, and Dokja's about to find out exactly what the cost will be. Okay, so Dakibai Yongi just swoops in and announces he's taking over reward calculations for this scenario. Talk about a power move. He gives everyone this basic healing potion, the kind you find everywhere in the star stream, but it's got a catch. Apparently you gotta sleep to let it work, and in a safe place, which is kinda sus, right? Like where is safe? Everyone's checking out the potion, and this one dude finally gets his hands on the alien forest essence, a skill he's been hunting for. He's so hyped and straight up says he's finally got it, but it's a little too easy, honestly. Then a notification pops up. A B-grade skill, lie detection, is available as a reward. And this dude, he's clicking YES so fast. He's been struggling without lie detection, so he's clearly relieved. but something feels off with how quickly everything's happening. Dokibai Yongi wishes everyone good luck in the next scenario, which is a little ominous if you ask me. The sky is looking stormy and weird, like something big is about to go down, and the buildings below look tiny. Our boy is so ready to use his new lie detection skill, but I have a feeling it's going to be tested immediately. Seol was choosing between skills, and this dude Young Yoyak is not happy about it. He's sitting all smug thinking he and Seol are close, but she straight up says they aren't. Seol drops a bomb. Young Yoyak isn't the romantic lead she thought he was. A notification pops up. The sixth scenario starts in 4 days and Young Yoyak is confused. Suddenly, he realizes Young Yoyak has been collecting skills and items, prepping for this next stage. He's gearing up for the sixth scenario and our boy is completely shocked. What is he planning? Young Yoyak asks if he's part of the plan and his face is full of disbelief. Someone grabs a sword and it's a super intense moment, like everything is about to explode. Dokibai appears looking menacing and shouts a name, Daka. Dokibai's eyes glow and it's clear he's about to unleash something massive. Dokibai demands a promise he won't kill Dokja until the fifth scenario ends and Young Yoyak agrees, reluctantly. Young Yoyak says he won't kill Dokja but immediately threatens to get him back for hitting him. What a mood swing. Dokja's reeling, realizing Young Yoyak let him live this long just to learn a one-hit kill move. No way. He remembers Young Yoyak's earlier smugness and suddenly understands this dude was playing the long game. A flashback shows Young Yoyak punching Dokja and honestly, this dude had it coming. Group finds a stash of alcohol and snacks and Seol was ecstatic, finally some good vibes. But the celebration is short-lived, they're still in a ruined city and things feel off. Dokja's questioning everything, wondering if Young Yoyak's promise is genuine or another manipulation. He's piecing together the puzzle, realizing Young Yoyak's been strategically collecting power all along. And just when you think things are settling, the group's interrupted. Something's about to go down again. The group's chilling on the rooftop, having a makeshift party with soda and booze, a rare moment of peace. Suddenly, a massive structure starts to crack and crumble, and the city below is plunged into chaos. Seol questions if Dokja really did what he did, and Yoo-jung just wants to know why she's stuck with soda. Dokja's crew seems impressed, while another guy admits Dokja looked cooler than Young Yoyak earlier. You get a close-up of Young Yoyak and this dude has straight up ripped abs for days, no kidding. Young Yoyak chugs his drink and approves of Dokja beating up that Dokibai, saying he has his approval. He reveals he was watching and honestly, it was the perfect moment for Dokja to show off. But here's the twist, Young Yoyak admits he was hoping Dokja would win, and that's kinda messed up. Dokja's starting to suspect Young Yoyak is manipulating everything, and he's not wrong. Young Yoyak seems to enjoy Dokja's suspicion, and his smirk is giving me major villain vibes. Dokja's getting praise from Seol, and honestly, he deserves all the props right now. Seol was looking pretty wrecked, but she's trying to hold it together. It's kinda sad. Yoo-jung's seriously messed up, stumbling around and clearly needing a nap or a lot of water. Yoo-jung's clutching a soda and it looks like she's about to spill it everywhere, total disaster. The city's a wreck, buildings crumbling under a dark sky. It's a straight-up apocalyptic scene. Our boy and his crew are surveying the damage, while some other guys look on with confusion. Empty bottles and cans litter the rooftop. This post-battle party is rough. Yoo-jung admits she can't drink anymore and honestly can't blame her. That was a rough night. She hiccups and it's clear she's completely gone. This is peak chaos, I swear. But here's the kicker, Young Yoyak planned for Dokja to win and that's just unsettling. Dokja's shocked. Jihai apparently downed 4 bottles of soju, no way. He questions how she's such a lightweight, but then realizes she's a heavy drinker, straight up. Meanwhile, someone is sipping from a paper cup, looking utterly defeated. The woman sighs, clearly exhausted and processing everything that's happened. She's holding another paper cup, lost in thought, and honestly, she looks wrecked. Dokja notices the sheer number of empty bottles, and he's starting to put things together. He declares he's a heavy drinker, trying to play it cool, but is it a bluff? This dude is definitely trying to appear unfazed, but you can see the strain in his face. Young Yoyak is totally playing 4D chess, anticipating Dokja's every move. Dokja is suspicious, and you know what? He's right to be. This guy is up to something. She asks if she'll be okay today, but something about her tone is off, super unsettling. Dokja's trying to act nonchalant, but he's clearly stressed. This is awkward, doesn't even cover it. Suddenly, a massive burst of golden energy explodes between them, completely out of nowhere. Dokja's shocked and a glowing barrier forms around them. What is even happening right now? The energy intensifies, swirling and crackling, and Jihai looks genuinely terrified. It's a full-on magical explosion, and Dokja is trying to shield Jihai with his body, no hesitation. The blast sends everything flying, and we get a glimpse of pure, raw power unleashed. Everything goes white, then cuts to black. This is getting intense, bro. Then whoosh, a massive wave of energy radiates outwards like a shockwave. The screen is just orange and white, and honestly, this is a cliffhanger of epic proportions. Dokja and Jihai brace for impact, but the energy isn't attacking, it's forming a sphere around them. The sphere glows brighter, crackling with power, and it's clearly some kind of protective barrier, which is wild. Dokja realizes he didn't drink tonight, and he's so grateful. Apparently, that's crucial for resisting whatever's happening. He's assessing the situation, staying calm while Jihai is visibly shaken, and our boy is straight up a pro at this point. It's night, and our boy is getting a direct message, but not from a person, from a constellation. No way, the constellation identifies itself as the god of alcohol and ecstasy and wants to talk. Suddenly, two people are on the ground, seriously hurt, and surrounded by glowing, swirling energy. The energy intensifies, forming a strange, glowing symbol between them. It's getting intense. The god of alcohol and ecstasy starts humming a tune, and the golden energy flows even faster. The constellation reveals its true identity, Dionysus, one of the 12 gods of the Greek pantheon. Dionysus is straight up flexing his godly power, with grapes and wine flowing around him. He's the only one called the god of alcohol and ecstasy in Olympus, and he's making a statement. But this isn't just a power flex. Dionysus is clearly interested in what's happening with our boy. However, the reveal feels less like a threat and more like a setup. Something big is about to go down. Dionysus is urging them to drink, and Sangha immediately suspects something's off. She's not wrong. Sangha points out they need someone sober, but this dude, Sangha, is already reaching for the saju. He cracks open a bottle, and honestly, Dionysus is loving this, radiating approval. Sangha tries to stop him, saying he's going too hard, but it's too late. He's already chugging. They're both drinking now, and Dionysus is just watching, a creepy smile on his face. The scene cuts to a gorgeous night sky, but the calm is totally misleading. Sangha is worried, thinking Dionysus is deliberately trying to get them drunk. Sangha is staring at him, and he's staring right back, and the tension is real. He's clearly testing them, and Sangha's getting increasingly uncomfortable. You can feel her anxiety. But now he's raising his glass, and it feels like a challenge or a trap. He says it's good to have someone to drink with, admitting he's been lonely. Wow, vulnerable moment. But Sangha is definitely noticing he's getting way too close, and she's seriously uncomfortable. She tries to ask what's going on, but he just responds with Dokja. That's a name, bro. What does it mean? Keeps repeating Dokja, and Sangha is straight up freaking out now, asking yes. Our boy is spiraling, muttering about Dokja again as he leans in closer. This is not good at all. Sangha is thinking he's sitting closer than before, and honestly, she's right to be suspicious. He's getting dangerously close, and Sangha is trying to figure out what's happening. Dionysus is watching it all. But Dionysus isn't just watching, he's actively encouraging this weirdness. He's loving the chaos. Sangha is questioning what's going on, and it's clear she's incredibly uneasy. She's picking up on something. However, the scene ends with Sangha's shocked reaction. No way, this is escalating fast. Sangha is convinced something is seriously off with this whole situation. She's thinking this isn't the Sangha she knows. She's spiraling, realizing this version of herself would never let this happen, and it's freaking her out. She suddenly asks what, and completely disoriented, and it's like she's snapping out of a trance. This dude is getting way too close again, and Sangha instinctively shakes him off, demanding he get a hold of yourself. But he's not reacting how she expects. He just keeps staring, and it's super unsettling, like he doesn't even recognize her. Sangha is completely losing it, thinking there's no way the real Sangha would tolerate this. It's just not possible. She's questioning what's going on, and honestly, the look on her face says it all. She's genuinely terrified. He suddenly reaches for her, and she flinches back. This is a full-blown crisis, and Dionysus is loving every second. Our boy is really pushing her buttons now, and Senga is just trying to process what's happening. It's a total mess. They're locked in a tense standoff, and it's clear something major is about to go down. This is where things get wild. Dionysus is straight up annoyed they're trying to talk things out. He wants action and calls it pitiful. Suddenly, golden symbols explode around them, and Kim Namwoon's personal skill activates Otherworld Interpreter. The symbols coalesce into words, and Dionysus is furious, yelling that they've spoiled his fun. Someone points out Dionysus is one of the 12 gods of Olympus, and it's reckless to mess with him. The interpreter skill reveals only the top constellations can directly communicate with the world. It's a big deal. Without an incarnation or Dokibai, direct communication is incredibly taxing and unlikely. We cut to the stormy night outside. Lightning cracks and leaves swirl around the building, setting the mood. The storm intensifies with rumble and roar flashing across the screen, signaling a serious power surge. Senga is still freaking out and Namwoon is shielding her, but she's clearly terrified of what's happening. Namwoon explains only the top constellations can do this, but Dionysus is doing it anyway. It's a massive breach. Dionysus is all like, if you're so strong, why hide? But Namwoon's skill is already revealing a dark truth. Golden tentacles erupt from the floor, and Namwoon blurts out that his mother was killed by tentacles. No way. He's recalling a legend about his birth. Apparently, his father's power is connected to these things. The tentacles swirl, and he remembers his father using them to eliminate a threat, but it cost his mother everything. Senga realizes he's talking about the legend, and it's all starting to click. This is huge. Namwoon's voice cracks as he reveals his father straight up murdered his mother with those tentacles. The scene flashes back, showing a woman disguised as a nanny. She's the key to understanding everything. She's whispering something to a young Semo, setting a trap that will change everything. Talk about a twist. This is a flashback within a flashback. It's getting intense as the nanny delivers a critical message. And honestly, this dude's backstory is dark. This explains why he's so focused on Dionysus. So Semo asks Zeus to reveal his true form. Hera has been whispering lies, setting her up for disaster. But it's a trap. Zeus shows his godly self, and Semo immediately bursts into flames. No way. Senga's confused, but then points out the story doesn't match what she's read about Dionysus's birth. Namwoon realizes there are two legends and straight up starts recalling the second one. It's getting wild. He explains the other story involves a mother who wasn't the princess of Thebes, and Senga is impressed by his knowledge. Golden text explodes from the wall, and it's a warning. Apparently, someone knows they're talking about Dionysus. Dionysus himself shows up, and he's not happy. He knew Senga would uncover the truth. He reveals the other legend, the version where his mother is something else entirely. And honestly, the reveal is epic. We get a glimpse of Dionysus's mother, regal and holding a pomegranate. This dude's birth is way more complicated than anyone thought, and it's clear this is about to explode. Namwoon is sprawled out among scattered papers and burning debris, totally lost in thought. He's piecing together the two stories of Dionysus's birth and straight up wonders which one is the actual truth. He's floating in this crazy, swirling space, and people are noticing a spirit has entered the realm of the constellations. Someone, a powerful someone, is already taking interest, asking who is that, and calling him interesting. Oh bye. This dude's just drifting, but he's hearing voices, super loud ones, and wonders if they're from Olympus, a big deal place. Apparently, someone thinks he'll regret whatever's happening, which honestly is a massive understatement right now. His personal skill, the fourth wall, activates, which means he's aware he's in a story like he always was. And then the screen just fills with these lines like static, cutting off everything else. It's a total visual overload. Everything goes black and it's intense, like completely, utterly black. What is going on? This dude realizes where he is, the river Akron, ruled by Hades, and it's not a vacation spot. He mumbles about Charon, the Fairman, being his next stop, but then everything goes black again. No way, a massive crack splits the ground right under him, and it's super dramatic. He starts falling and falling and falling into this dark abyss. This is not good, people. This dude is desperately trying to grab onto something, anything, but there's nothing there. It's hard getting up since his body feels too heavy, but he still tries to get up. He's now completely consumed by darkness, and the sound of the crack echoes around him. Our boy's expression is pure terror as the darkness closes in. He's officially in a world of hurt. Okay, so he lands, and immediately some rough-looking dudes surround him, asking if he's new around here. They don't see any injuries on him, which is weird, but decide to search him anyway, just in case he's got something hidden. One of them warns the others he could be dangerous, remembering some other crazy person who showed up a few days ago. We get a wider shot, and this place is huge, a massive purple-lit complex with people hauling stuff around. He's getting pulled along, and honestly, it looks like everyone here is a slave or something, just working endlessly. This dude is noticing the souls all around, it's a sea of them, and realizes this is straight up the underworld. But he's not focused on that, he's wondering why these souls are even here, what they're doing. He looks up and sees this massive structure, a network of bars and platforms. It's terrifying. Someone's being held captive inside that thing, and it's massive, like a monster in a cage. Our boy is realizing this isn't just the underworld, it's a prison, and something big is going down. Okay, so one of the guys grabs our boy, ripping open his clothes, seriously rude, and they're all yelling a robot. He tries to shrug it off, but another dude grabs him, and this time he's throwing hands, no hesitation. This dude is strong, like throws a guy flying with one punch strong, and everyone's freaking out. Suddenly, a blue screen pops up in front of him, a scenario window revealing he's in a hidden quest. The quest is a plus difficulty, escape the underworld in 12 hours. The reward is huge, but fail and you're stuck forever. He's looking around, confused, wondering why he's here, saying he should have ended up by the Akron River. One of the prisoners recognizes him, or thinks he does, calling him the hyena of the final night. But another guy scoffs, saying he must be a nobody since he's never heard of him. Ouch, burn. The prisoner who recognized him is still yelling, and honestly, this dude looks seriously unhinged. Our boy just stares him down, completely unfazed. This is going to be good. He's all up in this other guy's space, whispering something about forgetting. Super creepy, bro. The black-haired dude looks totally freaked out, asking what our boy is even doing here. People are starting to notice, murmuring about who this white-haired guy is and why he knows the prisoner. Our boy grabs the prisoner's hand, and everyone sees a massive, intricate tattoo on his palm. He's practically choking up the prisoner now, demanding to know if he really forgot something. The prisoner's eyes widen, and he's clearly remembering something, a past life maybe. Then the prisoner's expression shifts. He's suddenly panicking and shouting, "What are you doing here?" He's desperately trying to figure out who our boy is and why he's acting like they have history. Our boy's face changes, he's grinning with these insane eyes, and it's a total warning sign. The prisoner's face just drops, he definitely remembers now, and it's not good. Our boy straight up admits he's in the underworld, and he's not thrilled, honestly. He's explaining to the prisoner that of course the dead end up here, like it's obvious. He's leaning in close, giving this creepy grin, and tells the prisoner to come on, super unsettling. The prisoner is losing it, looking totally terrified, and our boy just keeps pushing. He's demanding the prisoner relax, but it's clear this dude is about to snap. Suddenly, this massive, dark energy explodes from our boy. It's a terrifying display of power. The prisoner's eyes widen in absolute horror as the energy surrounds them both. The energy coalesces into these huge, sharp claws. No way, this is getting intense. He's saying something about the prisoner being a good boy, and it's seriously messed up. A monstrous roar, grrrr, echoes as the claws descend, and things are about to go down. So the prisoner starts rambling about other underworlds. Apparently Hades isn't the only one. Our boy asks if he's seen a young woman pass by recently, and the prisoner starts freaking out. The prisoner says she has white hair, and our boy's face just changes. It's super creepy. He's been looking around, and the prisoner is getting seriously unnerved by this dude's behavior. The prisoner insists he doesn't recognize anyone, but our boy doesn't buy it for a second. This dude is sweating bullets, and our boy casually points out the droplets falling from his chin. He's saying they must be in the other afterlives, and honestly, it's a mind game. Our boy is way too close for comfort, and the prisoner looks like he's about to pass out. He's demanding the prisoner remember, but bro is clearly traumatized. This is messed up. And just when you think it can't get worse, the prisoner whispers recognize. He remembers her. Okay, so our boy straight up asks if the prisoner died trying to save a girl. Talk about a heavy question. The prisoner is totally speechless, and this dude is pushing for answers like now. This white-haired guy jumps in, saying love isn't worth dying for, super old-fashioned, honestly. Our boy demands to know if he saw her, but the prisoner finally admits he hasn't, yet. But the white-haired guy is all smirky, saying it's too bad he didn't get to see her, creepy vibes. Our boy's face is wrecked, tears are falling, and he looks completely devastated. No way this is good. Okay, so things are intense. Someone just swung a hammer and it's straight up shattering stone like it's nothing. The impact cracks the floor and the whole place starts to rumble. This is way beyond a simple renovation. Our boy is standing there looking roughed up, but he's trying to keep it together, assessing the damage. Someone yells, "Here they come," and this dude gets slammed with a weapon. Ouch, that looked painful. But wait, the guy who attacked him, he's glitching out, looking all robotic and weird, and our boy notices. The white-haired leader orders him to pick up the hammer, but he's clearly questioning if this guy is even real. And then creepy hooded figures start appearing from the shadows. No way, this is getting seriously unsettling. These figures are huge and terrifying, all skeletal and draped in darkness, and they're definitely not friendly. The figures are murmuring and it's sending chills down our boy's spine. They're closing in fast. He's totally freaked out, staring right at these shadowy monsters, and honestly, he has every right to be. The white-haired leader demands to know what came to mind when he saw him, and our boy is totally thrown. He asks what the leader means, and the guy straight up threatens revenge. Talk about a mood swing. The leader leans in close, grinning like a maniac, and asks if he's scared. Seriously creepy vibes. Our boy insists he's not afraid, but admits he's changed since arriving here, a total understatement. He claims he's done a lot of self-reflection, but the leader doesn't buy it for a second. Skepticism is high. Then bam, a blue screen flashes. They've confirmed his story is true. What? Our boy looks shocked, and the leader's reaction is priceless. It's like he didn't expect honesty. The leader starts rambling about being fed and not going to school, and honestly, it's a weird flex. He's working hard with tools, trying to make amends for his past, and the leader is just watching. The leader says he's doing his best to atone, but something tells me this isn't over yet. The leader declares a surprise inspection of all the slaves on the first floor. Talk about a bad time. Everyone is scrambling, and this dude is whispering about how they always pull this nonsense. Our boy tries to play it cool, saying he's got nothing better to do, but the leader isn't having it. The leader gets way too close, and our boy visibly flinches. This is getting intense. Suddenly, the leader's eyes widen, and he's staring at something behind our boy. What is going on? The leader practically rips our boy around, demanding to know what he's hiding, and it's super aggressive. He's got a hand on the back of our boy's neck, and the tension is thick. This dude is losing control. Our boy looks absolutely terrified, and the leader's grip tightens. No way, this is good. The leader's face is right up in his, eyes blazing, and you can see a drop of blood forming on our boy's lip. This dude is straight up losing it, and honestly, it's about to explode. The leader is ranting about how ridiculous it is that a living person would come to Tardaris, and honestly, he's not wrong. Someone whispers to the leader that they were talking about him, and this dude gets immediately suspicious. He demands to know what's going on, and the other slave just blurts out they were saying he's a master manipulator. Ouch. Our boy tries to act innocent, asking where he could even hide in this dump, but it's a terrible attempt. The leader points to a broken robot and tells him to hide there, and it's clear he's setting our boy up. Suddenly, the leader smashes the robot with a hammer, sending pieces flying. No way. He's accusing our boy of pretending to be dead the whole time, and it's a straight-up ambush. Our boy is panicking, desperately trying to find somewhere to go, but the leader corners him. The leader's got him pinned, and it's clear this dude is about to unleash some serious pain. But before anything happens, the leader just stops. This is a weird turn, and I have a bad feeling. The leader threatens our boy, saying he'll die instantly if he goes deeper. Talk about a warm welcome. Someone questions if he's really changed, and then a creepy ghost appears, promising death only to the dead. A different dude, white hair, smirking, offers a chillingly polite threat, saying he'll be nice right before our boy dies. Someone shouts about Yoonhyuk visiting the underworld, and our boy's memory just levels up. What is happening? He's reeling, a single tear rolling down his face, and it's clear this memory boost is huge. Our boy suddenly orders someone to tell the king of the underworld he's taking Pluto, the Titan soldier. Boss move. Tells everyone to get lost if they don't want to die, and bro is radiating pure, unhinged power. He's staring down everyone, eyes glowing, and it's a total power flex. This dude is not playing games. A close-up on his eye reveals a sinister glint, and honestly, he looks terrifyingly confident. This dude is officially taking control of the underworld, and it's a total 180 from being cornered moments ago. Someone questions why he can't do what Yumiak did, and our boy just drops to the ground. He claims he doesn't have the power, isn't even a regressor, but the white-haired dude isn't having it. He shouts for everyone to stand, and suddenly a bunch of battered bodies are scrambling to their feet. They're all messed up, covered in wounds. It's a truly horrifying sight, but our boy is unfazed. Camera focuses on a dude with a messed up face, and he suddenly gasps, eyes wide with shock. The scene cuts to black, and we hear a single panicked exclamation. What is going on? Then a terrifying face appears in the darkness, pale skin, glowing eyes, and a seriously unsettling grin. The figure demands to know who they are, but then seems confused, asking me. It's super creepy. But wait, the scene cuts back to the group, and they're all staring at someone in the distance. This dude's about to unleash a whole new level of chaos, and I'm here for it. Okay, so our boy is straight up flexing on this creepy spirit, declaring he'll prove it wrong. He confidently states that this spirit thinks he's non-existent, but he's about to change its mind. Spirit's all like you'll lose in Gigantomachia, but our boy isn't backing down for a second. Things escalate fast, black tendrils are erupting from him, and it looks seriously painful. But he's pushing through, forcing the energy out, and it's cracking whatever's holding him back. The spirit's getting visibly annoyed as the cracks spread, and honestly, good. He's channeling so much power, it's actually shattering the ground around him. No way. The spirit's face is all twisted in rage, and those teeth are seriously unsettling, bro. He's fully unleashing this energy now, and it's forming these massive claw-like shapes. Those claws are ripping through something, and the sound effect is brutal. This is getting intense. Okay, so the spirit is absolutely losing it, spitting threats about Gigantomachia and how our boy can't win. But then another hooded figure steps forward, echoing the spirit's words. It's like a twisted Jew out of Doom, bro. Okay, so this massive, shadowy beast shows up, and it's straight up terrifying, glowing purple and everything. Dokja's facing this monster, trying to look brave, but he's clearly rattled by its sheer size and power. The beast lets out a huge roar, and honestly, it's enough to make anyone freeze in their tracks. But then something even weirder happens. Another shadowy figure appears, looking totally creepy with all those teeth. This dude's trying to reach out, but the beast is already moving, and it's looking like a bad situation is brewing. The beast unleashes another roar, and the ground is cracking like crazy. It's seriously intense right now. Dokja's trying to hold his ground, but the monster is getting closer, and it's clear he's outnumbered. Tendrils of darkness are swirling around him, and honestly, it's a really ominous sign. But wait, there's another person with white hair stepping forward, seemingly ready to face whatever's coming. This new guy is standing tall, facing the monster, and it looks like he's ready to fight. Our boy might actually have a chance. Dokja's taking careful steps, trying to size up the situation and find a safe path forward. He's walking through this ancient, crumbling place, and it's giving off serious haunted vibes. Dokja's checking his surroundings, clearly expecting trouble, and he's got that focused look. He's moving cautiously, but then he hears a voice, and it's kinda creepy. Someone's definitely there. The shadowy figure calls out, asking if Dokja is there, and bro responds, saying he's on his way. But the shadowy figure isn't buying it, insisting they know Dokja is already there. Dokja turns, facing the figure, and things are getting tense. The shadow is looming large. He responds, confirming he's there, but it's clear he's playing it cool, trying to hide what he's thinking. No way, the shadowy figure is massive and completely surrounds Dokja. It's super intimidating. And then a tiny, adorable voice chirps out, "Yes, sir, I'm here," from within the shadow itself. Dokja's assistant is panicking, begging for time to check the message backlog. This is his first dispatch job, no pressure. Dokja straight up just asks, and what? He's not having it, demanding to see those messages. Suddenly, a flood of constellations pop up, and they're reacting to Dokja showing Hades' palace. It's a whole mood. The god of alcohol and ecstasy is apparently overjoyed by Dokja's suffering, which, okay, that's a bit much. But wait, Dokja gets gifted 12,000 coins just for showing them the palace. What is happening? He's questioning the reward, like 12,000 coins for that, and honestly, same. Dokja realizes he's broadcasting from private property where cameras aren't allowed, and he's leaning into it. He drops the bomb there here, and the tension is building. You can feel it. We get a close-up of Dokja's face, and he looks dangerous, like he's ready for whatever's coming. A figure with long, flowing hair appears in the background, and things are about to get real. Dokja starts walking into Hades' palace, and each step is causing cracks to appear on the floor, intense. He's totally unfazed, though, just casually strolling in like it's a Sunday walk. It's awesome. But then a voice booms out, calling him interesting and pointing out he's the first to survive entering. The voice reveals no one has set foot in there alive for ages, and Dokja apparently brought unwanted guests with him. Dokja scans the dark banquet hall, realizing he can't see anything, but a woman's voice is definitely speaking to him. He figures out he's supposed to be seated where the lady of the house would be. This dude is a master of deduction. Dokja slowly turns his head, and honestly, the look on his face is sending chills down my spine. A floorboard creaks and the tension is thick. Something's definitely about to go down. You can feel it. The voice asks if he's really here, and Dokja calmly replies he's been waiting for a long time. He's basically saying he's ready to play whatever game this palace throws at him. Our boy is fearless. Someone addresses Dokja as Queen of the Darkest Spring. No way, that's a title. Dokja's inner thoughts reveal he knew this would happen, and Persephone is a constellation above a fable. He remembers just days ago struggling to even hear Yuzin Kim's voice, but now he's facing Persephone. The voice acknowledges Dokja doesn't seem shaken, which is honestly impressive. But the voice clarifies it's more interested in why he's not shaken. This is getting intense. Dokja responds he doesn't feel anything, straight up playing it cool. He's assessing the situation, realizing Persephone is a constellation way above a fable in power. Dokja recalls struggling to hear Yuzin Kim's voice just days ago. Talk about a power level difference. This dude is basically saying he's prepared for anything and isn't intimidated at all. However, he's also thinking this is a trap and is bracing for whatever Persephone throws at him. Persephone asks Dokja if that is his true form, but our boy is playing it cool, saying it's just symbolic. He casually drops that a human wouldn't survive seeing his real form. Talk about a power flex. However, the old man calmly says that's not the problem at all, straight up ignoring the threat. Dokja's thinking about the old lady he couldn't save in the first scenario. This dude is haunted, bro. He remembers her asking him for water and how he failed to reach her in time. Dokja's determined to not let that happen again, even if it means facing down a constellation. The old man's got a weird, unsettling grin, and his hand is glitching out. It looks like his arm is crumbling into pieces, but he doesn't even flinch. What is going on? The old man's hand is totally breaking down now, covered in cracks and dark energy. But Dokja's focused, knowing this is all connected to the woman he couldn't save. No way this is a coincidence. Dokja realizes the crumbling hand and the falling petals are connected to that woman. It's a recreation of her death. The old man's arm completely disintegrates, scattering petals everywhere, and a terrifying, monstrous form starts to emerge. Dokja isn't scared. He knows this is a test, and he's determined to pass it for the woman's sake. The monstrous form fully appears, a colossal, shadowy figure with razor-sharp claws and glowing eyes. It's straight-up nightmare fuel. Dokja's bracing himself, preparing for battle, but the old man casually asks if he's uncomfortable with the new form. He's offering to change forms, but it feels like a threat, not a genuine offer, and Dokja knows it. The old man's form shifts, becoming even more terrifying, and a woman's face briefly flashes within the darkness. Dokja recognizes the woman. It's the one he failed to save, and the old man is using her image against him. However, Dokja doesn't falter. He focuses on the fact that this is a recreation, a story being played out. He declares he won't let the story repeat itself and prepares to rewrite the ending. Our boy is a legend. Okay, so Senga is straight up chilling, looking all regal, but her smile is kinda terrifying, honestly. She's rocking a revealing outfit, and it's clear she's transformed into something else entirely. This dude, Kim Dokja, is trying to stay calm, saying the old lady is fine, but he's clearly freaked out by Senga's new look. He asks what's happening with the king of the underworld, and it turns out Senga hasn't changed back at all. Damn. A dark voice announces the king is displeased with Dokja's visit and suggests he just talk to her instead. Sangha says there's no way a major god would bother with an incarnation like him, but she's willing to listen. She's laying it on thick, hinting that Dionysus told her everything, but she wants to hear it from Dokja himself. Dokja's trying to keep his cool, but it's clear he's a little shaken by this whole situation, and honestly, he should be. Sangha's got that knowing smirk, and it's obvious she's playing some kind of game, and this dude is right in the middle of it. But she's all like, I guess this will have to do, which is super ominous and makes you think she's planning something big. Dokja announces he wants to retrieve someone's soul, and Sangha just stares like she already knew. Suddenly, a shadowy figure appears behind Sangha, and she says a soul, super creepy. This reminds Sangha of something in her past, and she makes a clanking sound with her hand. She's now at a lavish dinner table, and things get seriously weird fast. Sangha starts meticulously slicing into a perfectly cooked steak, but this isn't about food, trust me. Each slice of the steak is emphasized with slice text, and Dokja is visibly disturbed by all this. He barely blinks as Sangha continues to cut, and honestly, it's making me uncomfortable. The room is a mess of discarded plates and silverware, and Dokja twitches, he's losing it. Sangha is completely unbothered, staring right through him as she continues her bizarre meal. And just when you think it can't get stranger, the narration reveals she's eating the souls of those who failed to meet her expectations. Sangha's all, I don't joke around, and honestly, it's a threat, not an invitation. Another voice cuts in, agreeing with Sangha. Apparently, no one jokes around with souls. This incarnation, Dokja Kim, is straight up told there's no such thing as a soul, which is a bold claim. Sangha offers Dokja premium beef, but it's a trap. She's offering him pieces of other people. She's practically shoving the beef at him, and Dokja's face is priceless, totally disgusted. He refuses, saying he won't accept her offer. Our boy's got principles, even in this mess. Sangha presses, asking if he really wants to decline, and the tension is thick. Dokja doubles down, saying he's sorry, but he absolutely must refuse. This dude is unwavering. But she's totally unfazed, just calmly eating while Dokja stares her down. Sangha casually explains that in the underworld you can visit the living, with the king's permission. But Dokja's unimpressed, recalling his terrible time in the military and wondering if this is just another power play. A voice cuts in, and it's all about how soldiers always say maybe I should have stayed in the army. Talk about relatable. Dokja realizes he misjudged the situation, and that's a massive understatement. He's totally fixated on what Sangha offered him earlier, that steak she keeps bringing up. She's reminding him about the steak, the one she offered, and honestly, it's a weirdly specific detail. Dokja remembers the steak, and it's clearly tied to an executive officer who wanted him to become a sergeant. He's piecing it all together now, the steak, the offer, the officer, it's all connected somehow. Sangha's smirking, and it's clear she's enjoying this whole interrogation. This dude is realizing the steak wasn't just a meal, it was a test, and Sangha is watching to see if he passes. Sangha lays it all out. Years of training in other dimensions are needed to become a sword master, but steak changes everything. She's saying that this steak will make him even stronger, and honestly, it's a wild claim. Pasta apparently makes you an archmage who can rule continents and soup, straight up in SSS grade hunter. Sangha asks if he's still not going to eat, and Dokja is clearly conflicted. This is getting intense. He thinks about taking a bite, realizing if he does, he'll become more powerful than Young-hyuk instantly. Dokja jobs the steak with his fork. It's a commitment, a declaration that he's taking the bait. Suddenly, a film strip of Dokja's past starts flashing before his eyes, showing all his struggles. You see glimpses of him getting beaten up, feeling helpless. It's a brutal reminder of his weakness. He declares he cannot be weak and must master the sword, and you can feel the determination radiating off him. Our boy is serious now. He's accepting the challenge and embracing the power-up, whatever it may be. Dokja finally takes a bite, and a wave of energy explodes. He's done it. He's actually done it. A sword clashes against something unseen, and the sound echoes. This is getting intense fast. He's standing in front of a table covered in food, looking completely bewildered, like what the heck. Sangha casually points to the meat on the plate, revealing it isn't just food, it's a soul. She clarifies it's not memories, but the very essence of a human, the thing they believe is their soul. Dokja thinks it must be the soul of a sword master, a legendary warrior, but Sangha corrects him immediately. No, she says it's something far more fundamental, and honestly, the way she's smirking is creepy. She leans in, her expression predatory, and it's clear she's relishing the power she's about to unleash. The power is flowing into Dokja, but it's not just strength, it's a complete rewriting of his being. In the final reveal, this isn't about becoming a sword master, it's about being the sword itself. This dude, a mysterious figure in white, is laying down some serious truth bombs about constellations, basically the beings pulling the strings. He straight up says death is just the end of a story, like a slaughtered cow can't come back. Harsh, but makes sense given the situation. But hold up, he throws out a massive claim. Everything is a lie, every single thing. We cut to a group of prisoners, and one of them is the white-haired guy from earlier, looking pretty rough. Someone asks if he can swear on the Styx, a river in the underworld. This is getting intense, bro. The white-haired dude's face twitches, and honestly, it's kinda unsettling. He's definitely hiding something. He drops another bomb. The souls everyone thinks are real are just stories. No way. Dokja, our boy, is losing it. He's realizing everything he believed is a fabrication. This dude is reeling, and the white-haired man delivers the final blow. Souls are just a pile of stories. It's all connected, the power-up, the souls, the constellations, and Dokja is right in the middle of it. The white-haired dude lays down the law, look back at the underworld, and you're gonna regret it, straight up. He's telling Dokja to move on, to cope with the past, but our boy is clearly not taking it well. This mysterious figure just smirks, a creepy, knowing look on her face. She's definitely got secrets. She's got this dark, intense vibe, like she wants Dokja to be messed up, honestly. Okay, so things are intense. This guy, seemingly a powerful player, arrives looking all mysterious and brooding. He's running through all the information, realizing there's still stuff from the web novel he hasn't processed. No way. He demands to know what's going on, straight up losing it, and we get a glimpse of just how freaked out he is. Our boy is completely spiraling, questioning how he could have read the entire novel and still be surprised by things. He's pacing, clearly trying to piece everything together, but honestly, the pressure is building fast. It's episode 116, chapter 22, 3 Promises, part 9. Bro, this is getting real. I need answers now. Okay, so we're at this bizarre dinner party, and the food is unsettling, to say the least. The woman hosting is making veiled threats, saying her hospitality is ending. Super creepy vibes, honestly. She's got some kind of holographic interface, and it looks like she's targeting our boy. This dude is trying to stay calm, demanding to know what they want, but his eyes are screaming fear. They claim they have other ways to get the information he's holding, and it's not gonna be pretty. He's been holding back, but now he's ready to unleash. This is about to get intense. She says he looks appetizing. What? This is straight up cannibal talk, no way. Suddenly, she's lunging at him and petals are flying everywhere. It's a full-on attack. He's pinned, completely caught off guard, and she's looming over him with a terrifying grin. But honestly, this dude had it coming. He should have seen this betrayal. She's laying down the law, telling him harming an incarnation has consequences, and the constellations are watching. He's sweating bullets, absolutely terrified, but tries to act tough, claiming he can handle anything. She squeezes his hand and straight up asks what makes him think he's above the rules of this scenario. She's dropping truth bombs, saying he doesn't know what he's up against, and the king of the underworld fears no one. Suddenly, blue energy blasts out and she's shielding herself. It's a full-on magical defense. The constellations are reacting. The prisoner of the golden headband grips his staff, and the demonic judge of fire draws his sword. And the secretive plotter is loving every second, egging everyone on. This is a power play. She's demanding to know if he wants to taste the might of the underworld. Talk about a threat. She moves in fast, and a dark aura engulfs them both. This is about to explode. A huge roar echoes, and she's right in his face, clearly not messing around. She's laying it all out. She likes stories and now wants one from him. She proposes a deal, and her eyes are glowing gold, which is seriously unsettling. But the constellations are listening in, and secretive plotter is absolutely living for the drama. He's panicking, straight up begging for mercy. This dude is a mess. She's all smiles, but it's a terrifying smile, and asks for story to make that happen. She's getting closer, holding what looks like a sword, and her aura is completely dark. No way, she's offering a deal, but it feels like a trap, and he's completely cornered. She's leaning in, and bro, the look in her eyes is pure predator. He's trying to stall, but she's not having it. She wants a story now. She's practically breathing down his neck, and it's clear this isn't a negotiation, it's a threat. She's laying down the terms. She'll let him live if he devours her now, but he'll regret it. But she's not finished. She wants him to realize he could have had a chance with her. She's turning away, and honestly, the back view is just as intimidating. Total Ice Queen vibes. She drops a bombshell. She can oppose beings beyond time without constellation support, which is insane. And all of this happened across just 5 scenarios. She's been through a lot, clearly. She clarifies she's still in the underworld, and it's a super ominous reveal. She's leaning in again, and this time she demands to know how confident he is in his decision. Her eyes are glowing gold, and she's getting dangerously close. This is a power move. She's questioning his judgment, and straight up, she's not impressed with his confidence. She's revealing that she's been through it all, and this dude is about to face the consequences. But he's thinking aloud, questioning who would even take a lowly incarnation seriously. Ouch. So the only option is to bluff his way through this, which is a risky move, honestly. He's sitting on a throne, looking all regal, but it's a total power pose. He's trying so hard. She's calling his bluff, questioning what he's even thinking, and she's not impressed, not one bit. She's saying his bluff has some sincerity, which is backhanded. It's something, I guess. She drops another truth bomb. Men are all the same, and it's a little harsh, but also accurate. She's announcing her courtship is to win him over, and our boy is visibly caught off guard. However, he's trying to play it cool, but his expression says otherwise. This is getting intense. She's all smiles, but it's a predatory grin. She's absolutely playing him, and it's brilliant. She's laying down the law. If he completes tasks for her, she'll find the soul he needs. He's shocked, but she's already explaining it's like Hercules' 12 labors, a hefty price. She's all smiles and promises, but it's super creepy. She's definitely manipulating him. Our boy is sweating bullets, realizing just how much power this woman has over him. She's dropping the bombshell. She wants him to do the work, and it's a total power move. He's trying to act unfazed, but she's got him cornered. This is a seriously tense standoff. She's saying he'll be doing the labor, and it's clear she's relishing the thought. But she's also saying she'll find the soul he's looking for, a deal with the devil, basically. He's speechless, and a blue light suddenly surrounds him. Something's happening fast. She's announcing it's his labor, and honestly, this dude is in way over his head. She casually drops the mission. She wants him to hunt the Hydra, a tier 2 monster with multiple heads. He's completely floored. No way is she sending him after something that dangerous, straight up. But she's doubling down, saying it's just the first task and she'll deliver on her promise about the soul. Okay, so this dude Jihoon is walking through this creepy, endless tunnel, and it's straight up terrifying. A woman is watching him on a screen, and honestly, she looks way too pleased about his predicament. He's getting chased by these shadowy, tentacled monsters, but Jihoon is trying to stay calm, analyzing the situation. He's clutching one of those tentacles, attempting to control it, which is ambitious to say the least. Tunnel keeps going, and it's just endless darkness and these writhing shadows, seriously unsettling stuff. Jihoon keeps walking, trying to figure out what's going on, but the tunnel feels like it's messing with his head. He's getting more and more desperate, and you can see the fear creeping in, but he's trying to hold it together. He hears a voice telling him to follow the path, to keep looking ahead, and it's super ominous, bro. But Jihoon questions what the voice means, and for some reason decides to turn around. Seriously, why? He's facing the tunnel now, and it's clear whatever is ahead is bad news, but our boy is determined to face it. Jihoon keeps walking, muttering he just needs to keep moving forward, but it's clear he's shaken. He swallows hard, trying to appear brave, but a single tear rolls down his cheek. This is rough, bro. Suddenly, a faint light flickers to life, and Jihoon whips around, eyes wide with dread. A glowing message appears, claiming he's afraid of what's behind him, and honestly, it's hitting a little too close to home. He whispers Persephone, and it's clear this name means something terrible, a past he's desperately trying to bury. Another message flashes, saying a child felt the same way but never forgot, and Jihoon is visibly reeling. The message continues, revealing he must know what lies behind him, and now Jihoon is completely frozen in fear. This dude is straight up paralyzed with dread, but he's also determined to confront whatever's coming. The light intensifies, and Jihoon is bracing for impact. No way this is going to be good. He's facing the darkness, and you can feel the weight of his past crashing down on him. This is intense. The voice reveals it can't bring her to Jihoon because he's too close to the labyrinth. What's going on? Suddenly, a blinding light erupts and Jihoon is thrown backwards, straight into a wall. Ouch. He's clutching his head, clearly in pain, and someone yells, "Mister, this is bad, really bad." A name echoes through the darkness, Yuseung of the 41st round. Who the heck is that? Jihoon stares at the glowing orb forming in his hands, completely stunned and questioning everything. He's trying to understand, but the light is growing, and honestly, it looks like it's consuming him. Jihoon's vision blurs as the light intensifies, and he's desperately trying to hold on to consciousness. He's seeing flashes of memories or maybe visions, but everything is chaotic and unclear. No way this is a dream. Everything goes black, just black, and we're left wondering what the heck just happened to our boy. Jihoon's reeling, questioning if he can even call the voice that anymore. It's getting weird. He's hit with a memory, realizing someone else is affected by young Yuseun's past. It's a connection. Jihoon's all, "You're older than me now, are you sure?" and straight up challenges the voice's claim. The light is surging, wrapping around him, and honestly, it's kinda terrifying. He tries to contain the energy, and it's like a tug-of-war between him and whatever's happening. The light explodes outward, and Jihoon is just overwhelmed. This is a full-on power-up moment. Everything's swirling, energy crackling, and it feels like Jihoon's about to break through some barrier. He's getting flashes of something, memories maybe, but they're distorted and chaotic. What's going on? The energy is building, and Jihoon is completely consumed by the light. No escape now. But just when it looks like he's about to be obliterated, the light stabilizes and he gains control. Jihoon refuses to let whoever this is end it all. He won't let them give up after everything they've endured. But the voice retorts, saying Jihoon doesn't know a thing about him. It's a total power play. Claims Jihoon can't possibly understand, yet admits Jihoon somehow makes him feel understood. It's like a revelation. He's realizing Jihoon is different, something akin to being in the presence of a god. The voice is spiraling, overwhelmed with emotion, and it's honestly kinda heartbreaking to witness. Jihoon's power is surging, a radiant energy enveloping him. It's a beautiful, terrifying spectacle. He's fighting to control it, but it's like a force of nature, threatening to consume everything around them. The light intensifies, revealing fragmented memories. The voice is reliving past trauma. No way. Jihoon is now a beacon, completely radiating with power, and it feels like a pivotal moment. However, the voice suddenly declares he doesn't know Jihoon, feeling strange and confused. What a twist. Jihoon reaches out, and this blinding light erupts from his hand. It's like he's trying to grasp something intangible. He touches the light, and straight up, it's a cascade of memories, visions flooding his mind, overwhelming him. The voice, whoever it is freaking out, lost and confused. It's a total emotional overload for them. Jihoon's power is surging, and he's now completely bathed in this radiant energy. It's a beautiful, terrifying sight. He's fighting to control the power, but it's like trying to hold back a tsunami, honestly. The voice is reliving fragmented memories, and we get glimpses of a tragic past. It's heartbreaking, seriously. Jihoon's becoming a beacon of light, and it feels like everything is about to change. A pivotal moment, for sure. But suddenly, the voice denies knowing Jihoon, claiming he feels strange. What a total curveball. Everything goes white, and a massive flash erupts. It's like a supernova, blinding and intense. Jihoon is caught in the blast, and we're left wondering if this power will consume him. Could Yoonhyuk feel this? Jihoon's using his powers to pull someone here, but it's temporary, and he needs to hurry, apparently. The voice warns Jihoon there isn't much time to save whoever it is, and bro, the pressure is on. A beam of light appears, and Jihoon wonders if that's the exit. Could this be their way out? But then this deep philosophical line drops. People are the sum of their stories. Whoa, heavy stuff. Jihoon reaches for the light, and honestly, it feels like he's grasping for someone's entire life. Okay, so things are insane. Someone's calling out to Dokja, and it's clearly not good. Silence, total silence, like you could hear a pin drop, and it's stressing everyone out. Then, out of nowhere, this mysterious figure in white just appears, looking totally wrecked. Someone gasps like majorly. This dude's return is clearly a shock to the system. He manages to choke out "I'm back," and honestly, it's a huge relief for the crew. But wait, the system is going wild, announcing they've completed the Queen of the Underworld scenario. And the reward, a whopping 15,000 coins. Our boy is racking up the points. Apparently, the new Dokubai did his job right, which is good because things were looking grim. The constellation, god of alcohol and ecstasy, is straight up congratulating him on his safe return. They're all chilling with drinks now, and it's a moment of peace, but I have a feeling it won't last. Okay, so Dionysus is offering to make up with our boy and sends 7,942 coins. But seriously, is he still using beepers? He's ranting about Dionysus trapping him in Tartarus and almost making him build robots forever, which, wow, that sounds rough. Suddenly, a new hidden scenario pops up and it looks intense, serpent hunting, difficulty S no less. The reward is 80,000 coins and the trust of the queen of the darkest spring, but fail and you're banned from the underworld. Yikes. He's got a hunch about this serpent, and the system promises to notify him when the target gets close, which is a relief. One of the new allies, Senga, explains she was told to keep an eye on him, which is a little creepy but okay. He asks about Senga and she explains it was an order, and honestly, this dude is starting to connect the dots. But then no way they find someone lying unconscious, surrounded by empty bottles, and things get real dark, real fast. It's a woman and she's seriously hurt, and our boy is staring at the scene with a look that says he knows exactly what's going on. And just when you think it can't get worse, a massive serpent head appears and it's straight up terrifying. This hunt is about to be brutal. Okay, so the woman's actually a hunter, and she's telling them about another hunter who went missing. It's all connected. She reveals the missing hunter warned her about someone, and our boy realizes it's the same person he's been expecting. No way, the hunter is straight up attacking them, claiming they're all working with the enemy. Senga jumps in to defend our boy, and she's seriously skilled. This fight is getting intense fast. But the attacker is a beast with a weapon, and she's dodging and weaving through a chaotic, fiery scene. Our boy's finally getting involved, and he's grabbing that weapon. It's a seriously cool-looking blade. He locks the blade into place and the sound echoes. This dude is about to unleash some serious damage. The hunter is flexing all confidence and revealing she's been training. She thinks she's ready for anything. However, our boy drops a bomb. He's been training too, and he's not afraid of a little fight. He's saying they need to prepare for what's coming, and honestly, I'm on the edge of my seat. This is about to get wild. Okay, so things are escalating. Our boy is holding the hunter in a tight grip, and Senga looks shocked. He's explaining that the hunter was already targeted, and it's a setup, but she's not buying it. No way, she's straight up screaming that they're all in on it, and this dude is losing it. Suddenly, an emergency broadcast blares, telling all survivors to head to Yongsan Station. Everyone's reacting and the crowd starts murmuring. It's chaos, but our boy seems oddly calm. They're all moving towards the station, a sea of people, but our boy is focused on something else. Scanning the crowd, eyes narrowed, clearly looking for whoever's pulling the strings. This is intense. He spots someone, a guy with a distinctive limp, and realizes he's already been marked as a target. Our boy is pushing through the crowd, determined to reach him, but it's a struggle against the current. And honestly, he's moving like he knows exactly where that guy is going to be. It's kinda creepy. The broadcast shows a forest, and everyone's confused. What does this have to do with Seoul? No way, the screen cuts to live footage of a monster attacking someone in that forest. This dude is getting absolutely wrecked by these weird, wolf-like creatures. It's brutal. But hold up, the attacker isn't helpless. He's fighting back with a massive blade, and it's intense. He slices through one monster, but more are coming, and honestly, it's a bloodbath. He's down, surrounded, and it looks like it's over, but he's not giving up. He unleashes some kind of transformation, growing claws and fangs. This is getting seriously wild. He's tearing through the monsters, a whirlwind of fury, but he's covered in blood. The crowd is stunned and someone points. They think this is a Japanese person, and it's a big deal. He flashes a creepy smile on the screen, and our boy knows this dude is trouble, major trouble. They're saying the sixth scenario is about to start, and honestly, things are already chaotic. Someone calls out that Korea is starting under unfavorable conditions, and then BAM, a new scenario drops. Everyone gets these glowing blue screens, but they are totally blank except for the scenario number. The scenario details pop up, and it's just question marks for difficulty, conditions, and reward. What is this? Our boy is baffled, pointing out there's even a question mark for the penalty, like, what even is this scenario? But it gets worse. Apparently, only a select few will be able to participate, so the stakes are already high. The team is all stressed and confused, trying to figure out what's going on with this messed up scenario. Someone comments about how Dokja totally edited the scenario to look like a vacation spot. Classic villain move. Korea is starting off under unfavorable conditions, and this whole thing feels like a trap straight up. Seriously, a scenario with no details. This dude is playing a dangerous game. Someone suddenly grabs Kim Dokja and our boy is straight up shocked. He's asking who this is. This guy, Dokja, reveals himself as the neutral king, and Dokja's face says it all. Dokja introduces himself, then drops a bomb. He's Dokja Kim too, what? He explains he's been observing both now and during the throne battle, and Dokja is reeling. Dokja's mind is blown and he's trying to piece together how this is even possible. It's a lot. Dokja is smirking and it's clear he's been planning something big, and Dokja is suspicious. Someone asks who Dokja's supporting constellation is, and Dokja is getting seriously worried. A character summary pops up, revealing Dokja's constellation is expert fence-sitter. No way. His attribute is half-assed intellectual, normal, neutral king, heroic. This dude is complicated. We get a close-up of Dokja's legs, and honestly, the tension is so thick you could cut it. Okay, so Dokja's dad, the old man, shows up and he's radiating power straight up. Turns out he's the dragon's vessel, and he's been keeping his son's existence a secret for years. Wild. But here's the twist. Dokja planned all this, wanting his dad to reveal himself and become his constellation. This dude is playing chess, not checkers. Okay, so they arrive at Yongsan Station, but it's packed with people, a huge crowd just waiting around. Everyone's whispering and it's all about the kings. Apparently, only they are allowed past a certain point. A woman with sunglasses and a serious vibe is leading a group, looking totally in charge, while others carry swords. This dude and another guy are scoping out the scene and they catch sight of her. It's kinda awkward, honestly. A bigger group gathers around our boy. They're all looking at him, but he's trying to stay calm and collected. He's talking with a woman who looks stressed and she's clutching his arm for dear life. Something's definitely up. Then some guys in red outfits try to stop them, but the group pushes forward, determined to get through. One of the guards steps forward and straight up tells them only kings are allowed beyond this point. The woman is visibly freaking out, clinging tighter to our boy. This situation is escalating fast. But the guard isn't backing down, he's standing firm, and it looks like they're about to have a standoff. Okay, so they're inside, and it's dead silent. A sound-blocking skill is in effect, apparently. Our boy realizes it's perfect for a sneak attack, because no one will hear them coming. He tells the woman with him that things will change if they move forward, and she looks super worried. She says if she were there, she'd, but doesn't finish the thought as someone nearby looks over. A bald guy with an eye patch and another cloaked figure are watching them, and it's giving off major villain vibes. The man in the suit is seriously side-eyeing our boy, and honestly, he looks ready to explode. He's clearly not happy and starts walking toward them with a really intense expression. Our boy turns around, bracing himself, and you can tell something big is about to go down. He's staring straight ahead and there's a little blood on his hand. No way is he already hurt. But he's keeping his composure even with everyone staring, and honestly, this dude is ice cold. Okay, so this guy calls himself the King of Wanderers. Talk about a title, but it turns out he's not actually a king. He clarifies he leads a faction, and the guy questioning him is seriously not having it, yelling about common sense. Suddenly, Dr. Kim steps forward and the guy in the suit is like, wait, I don't know this person. The woman with them recognizes Dokja and then drops a bombshell. The president of Uedo is here, but he's supposed to be dead. Everyone is confused and the guy in the suit is losing his mind, demanding to know what's going on. Hyunho Yu, this dude, is revealed to be a corrupt politician. No surprise there, honestly. His skills are insane, collecting bribes, military command, corrupt power, controlling the masses, straight up evil. The woman with our boy is clearly starting to put things together, realizing the situation is way more complicated. But the guy in the suit is still yelling, telling everyone to come to their senses. He's a mess. This is getting intense and our boy is just standing there watching the chaos unfold. He's playing the long game. Okay, so this politician is ranting about how they invited Dokja despite his small faction. Total power move. But Dokja isn't playing that game, straight up asking why he was invited in the first place. The woman explains Dokja's crew completed past scenarios, making him valuable. A little respect finally. Dokja smirks, and I'm telling you, this dude knows something they don't. She reveals the King of Wanderers joined them for similar reasons, hinting at a bigger plan. Apparently this king is a total legend and everyone knows her name, Major Clout. Yeonho Yu is still losing it, demanding answers, but nobody is listening to him. The woman is now looking at Dokja and her expression is like, oh, this is gonna be good. Dokja's just standing there cool as a cucumber while everyone else is falling apart. However, the woman suddenly grabs Dokja's arm and it looks like she's about to reveal something huge. Yeonho Yu is still losing it, claiming they're wasting time arguing when there's a bigger threat, but Dokja's unimpressed. Dokja points out the Uedo group has the most people, and it's not fair to just send numbers based on size. He's calling them out. Mr. Jian straight up tells him they are all Korean, and it shouldn't matter which group sends who. Talk about tone deaf. Dokja fires back, saying the number of people isn't the point because they're facing foreign forces. This dude is thinking ahead. Yeonho Yu asks if they're gonna bicker while the enemy's right there, and honestly, he has a point, even if he's annoying. Dokja says it's not that important, and then this dude smiles, a super creepy, knowing smile. He tells the woman he doesn't see why they wouldn't send more people. Is he manipulating her, or what? Dokja then tries to backtrack, claiming he meant they should handle things democratically, smooth, but suspicious. The woman is definitely playing along, and I'm getting major villain vibes. She's setting something up. But Dokja is just standing there totally calm while everyone else is losing their minds. Our boy is a master strategist. Dokja lays down the law. There's a limit to how many can participate, and he's not backing down. The system chimes in, saying only 10 can go to the Seoul Dome, but more might be allowed based on performance. Dokja's got this knowing smirk, revealing he understands the importance of getting a head start. This dude is playing chess. He explains, unlike other incarnations who were scared, the kings get that a quick move means better control of the scenario. It's a meeting of the kings, basically a power play to decide who leads. No way this is just a friendly chat. The woman in red declares they'll go, and honestly, she seems a little too eager to jump into action. She's all like, that man deserves a special death, but Dokja is just listening intently. Yeonho Yu is losing it, ranting about their constellations being fossils and demanding to lead. Talk about a mood. Dokja barely reacts, but he's clearly analyzing everything, sizing up the competition. This is getting intense. He's playing the long game, letting everyone bicker while he figures out his next move. Our boy is a genius. Someone's yelling at Dokja, but he's cool as a cucumber, barely even flinching. The masked woman gestures for Dokja to come now, and he steps forward without hesitation. Smooth move. Dokja suspects she's testing him, seeing if he can handle the situation, and honestly, he's probably right. Another woman in red declares there's no use arguing, but Dokja's already got a plan brewing, you can tell. Suddenly something massive crashes down, a building maybe. It's a straight-up disaster. Someone shouts, "Don't you know," as everything falls apart around them, and the sound is terrifying. The whole scene is just destruction, and it's clear things are escalating way faster than anyone expected.